We can take it off from there. Okay, so let's take it off. Let's get to know each other. And the first thing I would ask you, yeah, is where are you at the moment? Where are you tuning in? You know, where are you listening to me currently? Where are you at the moment? So are you in Nigeria? Are you in Pluto? Are you in Saturn? Are you in, you know, the Milky Way? Where exactly are you? Are you in Germany? Are you in France? Okay, Chichi from UK. All right, beautiful. It's good to have you here, Chichi. You have Yinka from Lagos. You know, feel free to use the chat to tell me where you are at the moment. Okay, we have Lagos, we have Port Harcourt, we have Lagos. Any other person? Dennis from Trinidad and Tobago. That's a massive one. We have someone from Oman. Not sure where that is, but Benga from Lagos. Okay, Cyprus. I can't hear anything, please. Is it my side? I think it's from your side, Benga. Cyprus, Lagos, Abuja, New York City. Beautiful. Luwatobilola. Synergy, this FCT, okay? Synergy from FCT, that's Abuja. Canada, the UK, Ibadan, Canada, Ikiti. All right, Lagos. These guys, you guys are absolutely phenomenal, to be honest. I won't lie to you. Zimbabwe, it's good to have you here all the way. All right, thank you. This is amazing. I think this is one of the new jerseys in the US. I want to see other Yusu from trenches. Yusu said from the trenches. Trenches from where? Which of the trenches? I know a lot of trenches. So anyways, it's good to have you here. Don't worry, it's fine. The story is going to change after this class. I can guarantee you that. All right. This is amazing. I think this is one of the benefits. This is one of the huge benefits of, you know, training online or learning online with people across the world. And essentially, yeah, you're going to be learning with people that, you know, are in different parts of the world. So we have people in Canada, we have people in the US, we have people from, you know, other African states or African countries, I mean. All right, we have people across Nigeria, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, you know, we're learning together. All right, currently I am based in the UK. Okay, so the people are in the UK, we might run into each other one, you know, sometimes in the future. You never can tell. Anyways, now I know where you're located, all right? I know where you're located, Lagos, and, you know, across the world, okay? But I still want to know, you know, for me to be able to tailor this training program to suit you as a professional, I want to know where, you know, what experience you had in the past. So if you work in the bank, you can tell me that you worked in the bank, that's all, okay? So if you have banking experience, you have teaching experience, you have education experience, you have what they call it, telecommunication, oil and gas, accounting. No, I want to know your experience. So it's easy for me to tailor, you know, whatever I'm going to be teaching today to suit your experience. All right. So what experience do you have? And if you don't even have any experience, okay, just put no experience, like you've not worked before, you're fresh out of school. That's it. Oh, product and business analyst, data analyst / product manager. I think you guys good to have you here. Currently a data analyst, MSc data science. Beautiful. Data science, we have data scientists in this class, and you see how we're going to learn together. Beautiful. Data science intern with management background. Beautiful. I'm coming from management background also. Okay. Ifeanyi is oil and gas. Okay. Banking, lawyer, working in the bank. Beautiful. Geoscientist, banking, teaching and data analyst. Contact center supervisor. Beautiful. That's a good experience. Fresh out of uni, but do digital marketing. Absolutely phenomenal. That's good. No experience, also very good. No problem. We have people working in oil and gas, process operator, doctor, data entry officer, energy. You guys have quite a number of experience, to be honest. You guys have a lot of experience. I won't lie to you. This is a whole lot of experience. Okay. Currently realtor, energy sector. Am I worthy to teach you guys? I am shy. Currently, I'm shy. You guys are too much, honestly speaking. To be honest, you guys are too much, to be honest. All right. Anyways, this is very good experience. Okay. These are all very good experience. Even if you don't have any experience, it's also a very good experience. And I'll tell you as you proceed. Okay. So starting off in the role of, you know, that's the data science space. Okay. A lot of people think, first of all, that they need to let go of whatever they've learned before in the past. All right. Then start afresh. I just want to go and start afresh in the company. Okay. That will give me a data. Okay. How do I make everybody mute everyone? Okay. Okay. All right. So essentially, everybody feels like, oh, to become a data scientist, I need to let go of my past experience. I've been an accountant the past 5 years, the past 2 years. All right. In order for me to become a data scientist, I need to let go of my accounting knowledge. In order for me to, no, that's a very myopic way of thinking. Do you understand? And that's why we're having this discussion today, this masterclass, to walk you through the steps on how you can actually start your career as a full stack data scientist. All right, Emmanuel says you just completed a program, data science professional certificate. Don't worry, it's fine. Everybody they learn online, but there's a reason why you have an instructor in front of you, leading discussion, and you'll see the difference, okay? Because we're going to do a bit of practicals in class today. All right, so going into it straight up, okay? Going into it, this is a Tenalytics material masterclass, and we'll be talking together, discussing together to see how you can start your career as a data analyst, data scientist, okay? In any organization of your choice. All right, so who is Tenalytics? What do we do? Who are we? You can see the Tenalytics just on the banner here, okay? So Tenalytics will be in operation for the past 2 years, all right? We have trained well over 10,000 people across the world, not just in Nigeria, but across the world. And you can attest to that with the caliber of people that we have in class at the moment, all right? We have people joining in across Africa. We have people joining from, across Europe, across North America, and across the world, essentially, okay? There was one class that somebody joined from Antarctica. So I don't know, I'm just joking, I'm just messing around, okay? But we have people joining in across the world, okay? And what we essentially do is we help majorly Black, Africans and the Black community break into tech to get their job, their first job into tech, in the tech space itself. So we essentially help facilitate this process, okay? And that's what we've been doing the past 2 years. And we've helped quite a number of professionals, okay, transition into tech, okay, data space, data analytics, business analysis, data science, and a whole gamut of other programs that we offer that we have helped people transition into the space. Now, how do we do this? We leverage experience of professionals like myself and quite a number we have a pool of experienced people that we work with, and we leverage the experience in starting that, in helping you, a novice or someone that wants to start, walk you through the transition process. All right, we have experienced people working across, KPMG. I think I'm just going to make everyone mute everyone. Okay, so everyone can just. Chira, you can do that, please. Could you just mute everyone, please? Thanks. All right, so nobody's distracted. So essentially, we have what we call the experiential approach. All right, we call it the experiential approach to learning. Okay, so because I have the experience, it becomes easy for me to teach someone. Okay, to teach someone step by step on how you can actually transition. Okay, and the classes are very practical, and we're going to be doing it together in class today. Sessions are absolutely practicals and things that you can always remember. All right, to ensure that you always remember. So basically, we have a structured approach to learning, and we help people. Basically, we build training programs to help people transition into tech. That's what we do. Now, who is Ifemena? Okay, Ifemena Ipro. Okay, currently I work as a global business systems analyst with Teleflex. Now, as a business systems analyst, all right, basically what you do is to recommend technological solutions to help improve certain things within the business. Now, I work in the supply chain department, okay, for Teleflex, and Teleflex is one of the largest medical technology firms in the world. All right, I covered the major 3 regions: America, EMEA, and APAC region. APAC is Asia Pacific, and EMEA is the Europe, emerging markets, and Africa itself. So Middle East and Africa, sorry. So business systems analyst, I've worked over 7 years working as a management consultant, data analytics consultant, data scientist, business intelligence. I've worked across different aspects of the data ecosystem. And that's why I currently assume the role of a business systems analyst, because I recommend solutions to the business in terms of how the data should be situated, how the data should flow, predictive analytics, data science. I do everything literally, okay? So that's what I do, okay? I have a master's also in data analytics. And well, I've been facilitating for the past almost 6 years. So I've trained quite a number of people across the world, you know. So essentially that's me, and I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, and there's one way or the other, we've met ourselves, we've spoken, we've either interacted on Instagram or Twitter or something, and you're here today, all right? So it's good to have you here. I'm absolutely, I'm really, really happy to see you guys around. So with this, my experience, okay, we're going to be working together. We're going to be learning together today on how you can start your career as a full stack data scientist. Okay, it's not a bluff. It's something that we've worked on, and I'm going to share some, you know, some testimonials with you as we proceed. Okay, and now you can get started. Okay, now today is going to be an amazing day because you're going to learn how to program. We're going to do 4 things today. We're going to do 4 things today. We're going to discuss 4 things today. First is we're going to get our hands busy and we're going to build responsive Python codes. We're going to build responsive Python codes, okay? The second part of it is you're asking yourself, after I've learned all these things, how do I become a data scientist? All right? After learning all this, how do I become a data scientist? How do I become a full stack data scientist? Okay? And I will say this here, we have a special offer if you wait till the end of the session. We have a special offer for you as long as you wait till the end of the session. And also, one thing that has helped quite a number of our participants, quite a number of people that go through analytics, is the growth internship program. Now, a lot of these recruiters out there are looking for people that have experience. Now, how do you get this experience if you don't have any experience? That is what we call, that's what we have introduced called the Analytics Growth Internship Program. So to help you get this experience, and we'll talk about it, don't worry, as we proceed. There's enough goodies for you as we proceed, to be honest, okay? So the session is fully recorded from top to bottom, okay? From top to bottom, the sessions are absolutely fully recorded. So the session is only made available for people that wait till the end of the session. Only if you wait till the end, you get the recording, you get a special offer, and you get to know more about our internship program, the growth internship program. Okay, so this is the flow of it. So we're going to start first with building Python codes. Then we'll go into, you know, the pathway to how you can become a full stack data scientist. Then the special offer for people that wait till the end, and also the growth program. Okay, so the recording is going to be made available for only those that wait till the end of the session. Okay, unfortunately, that's the way we do it. Okay, all right, and let's continue. Don't worry, I won't waste your time. Okay, and I'm sure you guys are having fun already. So let's jump into it. Let's jump into it. So now the first thing I'm going to ask you guys, is, have you guys heard of the word Timoxylin Balabutinol? Have you guys heard of the word Timoxylin Balabutinol? As a data scientist enthusiast, okay, no. No. What is that now? Don't worry, it's fine, no problem. Don't be scared, don't be alarmed. It's not okay, no, nobody. Nah, okay, it's good. We are all all right. So Timoxylin Balabutinol, is it a new word from APC? No, apparently not. So it's a very unique technology that I devised by myself. I developed it. In fact, that's what I actually developed during my master's project. So that's what we're going to be discussing now. We're going to start off with that. And it's an very interesting, I guess it's not even a word. No, I can't type it, unfortunately. I don't even know how to spell it, to be honest. Okay, but it is called Timoxylin Balabutinol. Okay, and we're going to do a practical together. I want you, if you want to go through the practical with me, raise up your hand and we'll do it together. If you want to go through the practical with me, please raise up your hand. Oh, David, beautiful. David, I want you to unmute yourself. I want you to unmute yourself, David. Okay? David, I want you to unmute yourself. Are you good?
Hello, good evening. I'm good. Thank you very much.
All right, beautiful. It's good to have you here. So now I'm going to ask you to give me 4-digit random numbers. Any 4-digit random numbers of your choice.
Okay, so let's do this. 2201.
2,
201.
and 1. All right,
Yep.
beautiful. All right. So these are all random numbers, guys. These are all random numbers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write in a random number at the end also. Okay. Okay, this is 21,119. Okay, 21,119. Okay, all right. So sorry, 22. Let's make it 22. Okay, so now I will ask somebody else. David, you've given me a random number. Okay, you've given me a random number, so you're good to go. You're fine. I'll call somebody else. So you don't think that I know you before. Okay. All right, I'm going to call somebody else. Abiodu, give me a random number. Any random number. Abiola, sorry, Abiola. Abiola, give me any random number of your choice.
How many digits?
4 digits, the same 4 digits.
Okay, 6928.
6, 9, 2, and 8. So now, beautiful. Abiola has given me a random number, and the first person also, sorry, I skipped my head, has given me a random number. So I'll just put in another random number, okay? All right, so I'll just put in random, all random numbers. Now, another person, Chikezie Uche. Let me take you, Chikezie Uche. Chikezie Uche. Give me a random number, any 4 digits random number from your choice. Chikezie, I can't hear you. I'm guessing your speaker is not working, so I'm going to call somebody else. So somebody said call me Taiwo.
2303.
43
2303.
2303. So I'll put in the last number. Okay, I'll put in the last number, which is what? Just random numbers. Okay, so once you add up all these numbers, it's going to give you this number here. Once you add up all these numbers, you know I derived this number just after I got the first number, and every other person came with random numbers. So if you add up all these numbers together, it will give you this number here. So let's test it out together. Let's see. What's wrong, man? Calculator, come outside. Okay, I'm trying to get my calculator in here so you can see it well. All right, so let's just do it together. Sorry. 2201 plus 6928 plus 3071 plus 2303 plus 769. And you see it, 22199, which is pretty very close. Very close to it. Even though I guess this number came in first, okay, but I was able to determine this number, okay, having gotten these 3 numbers from different people, So basically, Timoxin Balabutu now is the interaction of random numbers. So because somebody gave this number, all right, and I gave you this number, what your mind does is to try, unconsciously, you don't know this, all right? Unconsciously, what your mind does is try to get this particular number just by looking at it. So because you're seeing 22,119, okay, your mind tries to calculate as much as possible to get this number unconsciously. So I will do it with somebody else one more time so we can actually see it faster, because a lot of people the stuff was a bit slow. So you might think that I'm doing it by myself. So I would ask somebody else now. So I'll use one person just because of time, okay? I'll use just one person so we can work it out together quickly. Taiwo Falusi. unmute yourself. You said I should call you. Taiwo Falusi, let's go.
All right, thank you.
Yes. Yes, go. Well, give me your 4-digit numbers quickly, so we don't waste too much time.
7447.
7447. Sorry, I was already writing something.
Yes.
I'm coming. No. You can give me another number while I try to get this.
2022.
2022. Sorry, I'm coming. Let me just get it.
It is
Oh yeah, give me a number. Just start. Let's start now. Oh yeah, start.
7447.
7, 4, 4, and 7. Now wait. Let me put the last. Wait. Let me put in the last number. Okay. Let me just put random numbers. Okay. This is 27,445. Okay. Now tell me. Give me another random number.
2022.
2022. So I'll put in the random number here also. I'll put in the random number. All random numbers. Now give me another random number.
8794.
8794. All right, beautiful. Yeah. I'll put in the last random number. All random numbers. All right, these are all random. Please, mute everyone. You're on the call, please. Let me just ask. Okay, thank you. Just gonna ask everybody to mute. That's all. All right, thanks for that. All right, so if you add all these numbers together, okay. Once you add up all these numbers. Sorry guys, I just need to, I don't know why. You guys should not mute yourself. If you're in a noisy environment, please don't mute yourself, okay? All right, so if you add all these numbers together, like I said, okay, it's going to give you this particular number, all right? Once you add everything together, it's going to give you this particular number, all right? So essentially, that's what we call Timoxin and Balabutanol. Now, a lot of you are thinking it's magic. It's not magic. It's just basically working with numbers. It's just basically working with numbers. All right, it's just basically working with numbers. And you would ask yourself, how is if you're able to do this? I'm not a mathematician, to be honest. Like I'm not the math person that calculates maths, like all those, you know, Nigeria Got Talent and all those talent shows that you see that people calculate stuff. All right, I'm not that kind of person. Okay, you can see me, I'm even using a calculator for this, so you should know that I am not. Okay, you see it here. This is the same number. Okay. It's the same number I'm getting, I get here. So that's basically which application are you using to do this? This is PowerPoint. I'm using PowerPoint to write at the moment. So essentially, yeah, that's what we call Timoxin Balabutanol. And anyways, that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about data science, okay? And I must say this also, okay? And I must say this also, okay? There is nothing like Timoxin Balabutanol. I was just joking. Okay, there is nothing like that in data science. Okay, I did not write that in my project. I was just messing around. This is a trick. This is just a simple trick. It was a trick. So I'll tell you the first thing with the trick, but you'll get the second one by yourself. Okay, you try to get the second one by yourself. It's a trick. There is nothing like Timoxin Balabutanol. So if you see what I have here, if you see the number here, okay, you see it is the same number that I have here. Okay. You see, it's the same number I have here, 7445, 7447. So obviously, you know that I took out 2 from this. All right, you see, I took out 2 from this to give me 7445. So 7447. So minus 2 will give you 7445. All right. So this 2 I took out from here, I will bring it to the front. So that's where I have 27,445. Okay, so there's another trick. There's another trick that is inside this part here that I won't tell you. Okay, there is nothing like that. It's nothing like that. I can't spell it. Even me myself, I came up with the word. I can't spell timoxinovalubutanol. There's nothing like that in data science. I was just messing around. I was just basically just messing around. It's a maths trick. It's just a trick, okay? And I've told you the trick. Take out 2, bring the 2 forward. That's essentially the first part of the trick, okay? So now let's go into why we are here, okay? Let's go into why we are here. So we're going to be doing practicals today, all right? And if you're on the WhatsApp group, okay, if you are on the WhatsApp group, you would have seen we're going to be using what I call Google Collab. We're going to be using what I call Google Collab, okay? So now let's go straight into the masterclass. Let's go into the practical session where we're going to write our own Python codes. Now, has anybody tried to learn Python? What do you think about Python if you've tried to learn? Do you think it's simple? It is hard? It is unimaginable? Let me get you. Google Collab. It's Google Collab, like collaborate, to collaborate, collab. I attend the physical class. I attended the physical class. What do you think about Python? Do you think it is simple? It is hard? What do you think just by you practicing Python? It is difficult. Beautiful. Okay, no problem. You need a lot of practice. Also perfect. Very good. Python is simple. Christian is saying that no knowledge. I've tried Python, but just hearing the word makes me sound. Then Denise, okay. All right. Yes, don't worry, you'll try. I think it's a simple, but you have mastered the rules and logic. Beautiful. Not user friendly. Beautiful. No problem. Now, I usually tell people that Python, don't worry, when we start the practical class today, at the end of it, the way this guy is typing, that's the same way you'll be typing. Do you understand? The same way this guy is typing, like you almost break a keyboard because it will look so simple to you. Okay? And that's why we're here today. Tried, seemed hard, no problem, don't worry, you're here. All right? All old things pass away, all things are becoming new. So I'm going to teach you new techniques, new things that you will learn today. And you'll never forget it. I can guarantee you that. So let's practice together and let's go straight into it. I'm going to minimize this, this card, okay? And I'm going to go into a browser. Open any browser of your choice. Open any browser of your choice. John, would you like to send your message to, send your questions to the chat? So I will just pick it up from the chat. Okay, no problem. Python is a bit easier than most languages, but with a lot of modules. All right, beautiful, no problem. That's very smart. That's a very good one. All right, so don't worry, we're going to be learning a lot today. And like I said, we are going to be using, just follow the steps. It's very, very simple steps. And I want to carry as much people as possible along so that we can learn together, essentially, okay? So I want you to open any browser of your choice. Open any browser of your choice, any browser. So I'm currently using Google. I'm using Google Chrome, okay? So once you have Google Chrome, you are almost there, all right? Once you have, a browser open, you are almost there. So once you open this, just Google, just on the search, where you have search Google, where you have your search bar here, just search for Google Collab. Collab, to collaborate, okay? All right, Google Collab. That collab is basically spelled like you're trying to spell collaborate, okay? So Google Collab, all right? That's exactly what you're looking for. Now, all right? Now, once you type in Google Collab, okay, it's going to give you obviously numerous entries, okay, or results, okay. The first one you have there is welcome to collaboratory, okay, welcome to collaboratory. Then just click on the first one you get there where you see welcome to collaboratory, okay, Google, okay, just click on the first one. Now it's going to open this stuff for you. Now, this is absolutely free. Google Collab is absolutely free. So you don't need to pay for anything. You don't need to pay for any. You don't need to put your card details. Nothing. It is free of charge. All right. And that's why we're using it for the class. Okay. It is absolutely free of charge. The only thing is you need to use it online. You need internet to be able to use it. That's the only thing. But if you're on a call, it means that you have internet, so you can actually use this, okay? So that's the only thing. And you need a Google Gmail account. I think you need a Gmail account. As long as you have a Gmail account, you are good to go, all right? And you have internet, you're good to go. So are you currently where I am? If you are currently, let me do a status check, okay? Just to ensure everybody's following me, all right? Are you currently at the pace? Are you currently where I am at the moment? Give me yeah if you're there. I want to hear yeah. Somebody say yeah. Yes. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. All right, beautiful. I love this. I actually love when people are following. This is actually good. Beautiful. So I have a lot of yes. That shows that quite a number of people are following. Okay. So if you have this, okay, if you have this, can this be done on Jupyter Notebook? Yes, you can, but I would explain this as we proceed. Don't worry, it's fine. You can use Jupyter Notebook if you have that. Yes. All right, beautiful. If you're currently where I am, all you need to do is click on New Notebook. All you need to do is click on New Notebook. Click on New Notebook. So once you click on New Notebook, a new book will be created for you. A new notebook would be created for you. Now, if you're just getting started, I'm just going to go back one more time. I'm going to come over that again, okay? I'm going to come over that again. So open a browser, step one. Step one, open a browser. Step two, search. The way you search for stuff. I want to buy a new shoe. You put it on the search. But this time around, you put in Google Collab because that's the application we want to use, okay? You put in Google Collab. You search the word Google Collab and you press enter. All right, the moment you press enter, okay, you see the first result. Welcome to Collaboratory. Welcome to Collaboratory Google, okay? Just click on it, okay? Click on it. And like I said, the only things you need is a Gmail account and internet. Those are the only two things. It's free of charge. You don't need to pay a dime for this, okay? So once you have that, once you have this page, okay, you can click on New Notebook. You click on New Notebook. Now, if you don't have this page, all right, and you have a page like this, okay, that pop-up, okay, did not come out, okay, all right, sorry, let's go back. All right, say you don't have this page, you don't have this pop-up, okay, all right, you can click on File and click on New Notebook. It's the same thing, all right, it's the same thing, and we are going to open a new notebook. Now, I want to believe everybody is currently at this space where I am. I've done that twice. That's to show I want to ensure that I'm carrying enough people along. Now, I can guarantee you that if we go together, all right, I can guarantee you that if you work with me together, you would be able to program after this program. After you will be able to write effective, active, dynamic Python codes, okay? So we're going to be taking it one step at a time. We're going to be taking it one step at a time, one step at a time. Do you get? Don't worry, we're going to have fun together. We're going to gist. It's not shit like this. I am using my phone. My guy, Marvis, you can't use your phone for this, please, okay? Just use your laptop, all right? Use your laptop, all right? I'm not using my phone. I'm using a laptop, so don't use your phone. Sorry about that, all right? Now, this is Google Collab. It is called Google Collab, all right? So it is what we refer to as an IDE. I'm just doing an introduction because this is the first time you're seeing Google Collab, or if not your first time, fine. If it is your first time, also, it's asking for Gmail sign-in. Yes, I said so. You only need your Gmail to sign in. That's all you need. A Gmail and an internet, that's all you need. All right, so this is what we call Google Collab, and it is called an IDE. So you ask yourself, what's an IDE? If you have started with all these this confusing terms. So what's an IDE? It's very simple. It's called an integrated development what? Environment. Now, what is integrated development environment? Is just big English, so that people, it's big English, so that people would, feel like they're saying something big. Do you understand? IDE, which is integrated development environment, is basically an environment, a place where you can write Python code. It's an environment where you can write Python code. Now, take for example, if you know Excel, it's like you going to write Excel functions in Microsoft Word. Do you think it's going to work? Would you, if you write Microsoft Excel functions in Microsoft Word, is it going to work? Anybody? Do you think it's going to work? You take Excel functions and you take it to Microsoft Word and you start typing Excel functions in Microsoft Word. Is it going to work? Anybody? Exactly, it's not going to work. Okay, it's definitely, it's never going to work. Okay, if you take power, you want to create a PowerPoint, you want to create a presentation, what do? You go to PowerPoint to create a presentation. When you want to type a document, what do? You go to Microsoft Word to type in your documents. You want to create like a calculation, a model or something, what do? You go to Excel, a spreadsheet application to create that particular model, all right? So you see all these things, all these Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, Google Sheets, they all have, a use case. You go there to perform a particular operation, isn't it? Microsoft Word, Microsoft functions work in Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Word functions work in Microsoft Word. Do you understand? Now, in order for you to write Python code, okay, and interact with Python, you need an integrated development environment. So there are plenty out there, there are very plenty, okay? There are actually there are plenty IDEs. There's Jupyter Notebook, there's PyCharm, there's Google Collab, there is VS Code, there's so many out there, okay? The reason why we're using Google Collab is because, first of all, you don't need to download anything, okay? So even though you don't have any space on your laptop, you can run your Google Collab. It's online, so it's easy for anybody to access it, okay? All right, that's the reason why we're using Google Collab. So when they say Google Collab, it's just an environment where you can write Python code, simple and short. So this IDE that people are shouting, that I just wrote here, is basically telling you that this is the environment. I will write my Python code, okay? So that's the first thing you learn. The second thing I would like to explain to you is what comments. All right, is what we call a comment. So you see this hashtag, okay? Hashtags. Okay, you see all these hashtags, they're basically what we call a comment. They're basically what they call a comment. So a comment basically is just, it's not code, it's not a code, it's just you typing. It's like you want to type like you're typing in Word document in Python. So in the real sense, you can't do that. You can't just write, my name is Ife. All right, my name is Ife. So you see that it's not gelling, it's not making sense. If I press enter to run, it will give me an error. Okay, it's going to give me an error. It's because I cannot run, this is not a text. Okay, so if I want to convert it to a text, like I'm typing in Word or anything, it's just like a comment. It's just like type. It's just you expatiating something. All right, and you want to, like, okay, for example, you're writing an exam. Okay, there's an equation, all those quadratic equation and all those. You see, they will just put like an int in there. It's not part of the equation. It's just to show you that, okay, x is multiplied by squared to give you a particular thing. There's that small int that comes out. So that int is not part of the equation, but it gives you more explanation about what you're doing. So that comment that's basically what comment is. So comment is not code, it's not a code, okay? It's just you typing. It's just basically you typing, essentially. Okay. Now, for this class, okay, we're going to cover 4 major things. We're going to cover, for this Python class, we're going to cover 4 major things. The first thing we're going to cover is what we call data structure. Okay. And this data structure is divided into 3 parts. I'm going to cover 2 in this class. Okay, I'm going to cover what we call numbers. Now, numbers are divided into two. I'm going to be talking about data structures. The first data structure I'm going to be talking about, let me put number 1 here, okay, is what we call numbers. We all know number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. These are all numbers. Do you get? So numbers in general in Python is divided into two. Okay, I'll put it in the bracket. So 1.1i, I'll say 1i. So 1i, which is, numbers, okay, integer. Okay, then 1ii, okay? The second part is what we call a float. So like I said, numbers are divided into two. We have integers and floats. I would expatiate, I'm just starting. So numbers are divided into two. We have integer and we have float. So the numbers that we know, that we're all familiar with, 1, 2, 3, 4, well, numbers in general are divided into two. Integer and float, okay? Number 2, okay? Number 2 is what we call strings, okay? Number 2 is what we call strings. So strings, basically, they are text. Strings are text. So let me just put it here, text. Text is what? Text. Text is regarded as strings in Python. So text, my name, Ifemena, Analytics, Ezene, Abiola, Chinyere, all these guys, okay? Whatever you want to type, text in general is basically called strings, okay? Now, the third part we're going to talk about, okay, number 3. Okay, number 3, the third part we're going to talk about is variable assignments. I'll expatiate on this. And the fourth part is conditional statements. Conditional statements. Okay. Conditional statements. So these are the 4 things we're going to be looking at today. Okay, these are the 4 things we are going to be looking at today. Okay. To run your code, to run your codes, press what? What would you press? You press Shift on the keyboard, press Shift plus Enter. Okay. Shift plus Enter. So you're inside this cell is where your code, that is where you're writing your Python code. Okay, so in order for you to run it, you press what? You press Shift and Enter. You press it together. You press it together. Let me just put it there. Because some people will press Shift first, then press together next. So press it together. Together. Shift, Enter. Okay, to run the code. So I'll press mine now. Shift and Enter. And you see it runs perfectly. No errors, nothing. Okay, so this is your first code. All right. So are we all good? 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 Are we on the same page? Are we on the same page? Because I'm going to start explaining all these things I have written. All right. I wasn't typing. Don't worry, it's fine. If you want to listen in, that's also absolutely perfect. All right. If you want to listen and just, have a good understanding of what we are doing, perfect. You will still understand, no doubt about that. All right. Now, we've covered the first, this is just introduction, okay? Okay, how do we know when the code is running? You see it here. So you see this is what? You see this, once I press Enter, this by default, you see this part, the top part here is 2. That's to tell you that I've run it twice, okay? The top part where I have number 2. Okay, let me just bring this in. This 2, you see here, this just shows that I have run this twice. I've run this what? Twice. So once you click inside your cell and you press Shift Enter, all right? Now let me press it a 3rd time for you to see. So if I run it one more time, you see it has changed to 3. So that means I've run it, that cell, I've run it 3 times. Do you get? All right, essentially that's it. Nothing more, nothing less, okay? All right, beautiful. So let's start with the first thing. Let's start with the first thing. I'll start with integer, which is a type of number. Integer. Integer. Integer, basically, they are what? Integer, they are whole numbers. Okay? They are whole numbers. Now, let's take, for example, any random number. Let's say 10. Let's say 10. Let's say 10. Now run it. You see, it gives me 10. Don't forget to run your code, press Shift and Enter. That doesn't have the numbers on the you need to run it. You need to run your code. Okay? How do you undo? You don't undo. You just delete and retype whatever you want to type. It's not like undo. Okay? All right. So this is integer. Okay? They are what? They are all numbers. Simple. So number 10 is a whole number. And if I want to confirm this, okay, if I want to confirm, I would use what I call type. I'll put it type, and I'll put 10 inside type. I'll put 10 inside type. So type, open bracket, put 10 inside the type. So I want to check the data type. Okay, I want to check the data type. Okay, so I'll put type, open bracket, put 10 inside, then I'll close my bracket. Then I'll run it. And you see, it gives me int. It gives me what? It gives me an int. So what does int mean? Basically, it means integer. That's the first 3 characters. So rather than writing integer in full, it writes what? Int. So int to tell you that this is the data type for the number 10. So now, integer can either be positive or negative. So it's either positive or negative, or they're the same thing. They're all integers, as long as you don't have any decimal point number. All right, as long as you don't have any decimal point number, it is an integer. It is what? It is an integer. Okay. All right. So if I write -10, if I check the type, check the type of -10. So like I said, integer is either positive or negative. All right. Now there are 2 sets of people, Coco, ST, and Taiwo. You can listen in, okay? And if you think you can be fast enough for us to go together, fine and good. All right. So you can listen in and practice. All right. Understand. It's very easy to understand, because a lot of people feel like Python is hard, but Python in the real sense is simple. And that's what we're trying to do today. All right. So you can listen in. So people are fast enough and they're following on, which is good. But if you feel like you've lost it, just listen. Don't worry, you're going to catch it. It's better for you to understand than for you to just be typing what you don't know. Do you understand? So like I said, back to the code. Integers are whole numbers, and they can either be positive or negative. Okay? So if I check the type for -10, you see I get what? I'll get the same integer. I'll get the same integer. That's to tell you, as long as it's a whole number, positive, negative, it is what? It's an integer, essentially. Okay? Positive, negative, it is an integer. Now, the other part of number, the other part, which is a float, okay, is what? Okay, they are decimal point numbers. And this also, okay, it can either be positive or negative. So anything that has a decimal point number is what? Is a float. Any number that has a decimal point. For example, 10.5. If I run that, it gives me 10.5. All good, isn't it? But now let me check the type. And I put in 10.5. You see, it gives me a float. It gives me a float. So integer without decimal points, float with decimal points. So when you look at numbers in Python, there are only 2 types of numbers. You either have an integer or you have a float. Nothing more, nothing less. So if today you go anywhere else for an interview and somebody asks you, okay, Can you tell me the data structures for numbers? Okay, we have integer and float. What's an integer? An integer and numbers are whole numbers, while floats are decimal point numbers. Simple and short. There is nothing more than that in numbers. Okay, there's nothing more than that in numbers. Now, the other part, what we're looking at, we've looked at integer and floats. We've looked at integer and floats. The next part we're going to look at is what we call strings. Strings, okay? Now let's do, before we go into string, let's do calculation. Let's do small calculation. Let's say whole number 10 multiplied by 10. To give us what? 100. So you can use Python as calculator. I wouldn't advise it because you want to calculate your salary and tax. You now open Python to calculate your salary and tax. That's way too much. All right, that's way too much. But anyway, you can use it as a calculator. It does calculations for you. So let's say 10 multiplied by 34.5. It's still going to multiply it for you. Do you understand? You will still get what you're looking for. So you can use it as a calculator. You can use it as, you know, to perform basic arithmetics. Okay. All right. So that's numbers, essentially. Those are numbers. Integer, floats. Those are the two data structures for numbers. Now, the next one we're going to look at is what we call text. Text. So text is regarded as what? I say it is regarded as strings. Okay. So a string, basically, their text, okay? There's nothing more, nothing less than that. Now, take for example, okay? Take for example, let me put in my name, Ifemena, okay? And I'll run it. You see, it tells you name Ifemena is not defined. Name Ifemena is not defined. So always remember this, when you are working with strings, text, put it in quotation mark. Put it in quotation mark. Put it in quotation mark. So strings, text. So when you want to write your name in Python, you don't just write your name and leave it alone. You put it in quote. You put it in quotation mark. Okay? So if you want to type in a word, you want to type in something in Python, use quotation mark to specify that this is a string. So I'll run it. And you see, it gives me Ifemena. It runs Ifemena. So now let me check the data type. And what's the function I'll use to check the data type? Can anybody remember? What is the function to remember to get the data type? Anybody? Type. Beautiful. Ophelia. Ifeanyi. Odili. Type. So type. You put in the type. Okay. You put in the type. All right, and you pass in Ifemena. I'll put Ifemena inside the type. Ifemena, okay? I'll pass in the type. I'll write the type. All of you are correct, okay? Pass in the type and put Ifemena inside type. And put Ifemena inside type, inside a bracket. Then I'll run it. And you see, it gives me a string, STR, which stands for what? The first three characters, which is string. Basically, STR is string. And that's exactly what you've gotten. So we've looked at numbers. Numbers are integer and float. Text, okay? They are basically what we call string. And anytime you write a string, you put it in quote. You put it in quotation mark. That's all. Once you remember those basic things, you're good to go. Now, we're going to be combining all these things we've learned. We'll now combine them together. We'll combine everything together. Okay, let's start combination. Okay, let's do some combination. Let's combine everything together. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about what we call variable assignment. Now, a variable, let me explain to you what a variable is. So let me say here, variable is an empty container. Is an empty container. Okay, and when I say empty container, take for example an ice cream bowl. Your mom, your dad, they go to the market, they go to the shopping mall, they buy ice cream. Do you understand? Oh, all of you buy ice cream, they buy ice cream, you get home, everybody brings out a spoon, brings out their plate, bring out whatever cup they want to use to take the ice cream. They serve the ice cream finish, you have an empty container. Before there was ice cream inside, but now it's empty. Do you understand? So that's what we call a variable, that empty container. Now, that empty container, you can put anything inside. Some family household, they put sewing equipment inside the container, thread and needle, what they call the buttons, anything that is sewing, any sewing equipment, they put inside the ice cream bowl and they keep it aside. Now, some people too, they use it to keep what? Egusi soup. Okay, that same container, you can use it for, some people use it for tailoring materials. That same bowl, some other family would use it to store different kind of soup. Do you get? All right. That same container, another same family will use it to store water. Another family will use it to store. There's so many things you can use it for. Do you understand? That's a variable. It's an empty container. So anything you put inside that ice cream bowl, it will take it. You put sewing materials inside the container, it will take it. You put water inside, it's going to take it. You put soup inside, it's going to take it. You put jollof rice, dodo, it's going to contain it. Do you understand? So you can actually put anything inside that container and it will take it to its own. All right. So a variable is that empty container. All right. Now let's take, for example, let's create one empty container and let's a variable name. Let me create a variable name. And I would say, let's say salary. Salary is my variable. I'll say salary equals to, okay, 1,000. 1,000. My salary is 1,000. Salary equals to 1,000. So this salary, you see this salary here? Salary is that ice cream bowl. It's a variable. Salary is that ice cream bowl. It's a variable. It's empty currently. But if I don't put anything here, okay, it's basically empty. It's empty. Do you understand? Salary as a variable is empty. So I now put 1,000. It basically means that I am assigning 1,000 into this variable. So salary is on its own. JJ, ice cream was in the shopping mall, but they brought it to the house, they finished the ice cream, emptied it. Now they're putting materials inside the ice cream bowl. That's the situation. Salary was somewhere before, but now we have brought salary in and we have assigned 1,000 to salary. So if I run this now, let me run it. Shift enter. Don't forget, shift and enter together to run. So now salary is no more salary. Salary is now what? 1,000. So let me write salary. Let me write salary and now run it. When you write salary, run. Shift enter to run. You see, salary is giving you 1,000. It was empty. It's an empty container. So the moment you put sewing materials inside, anytime you open that ice cream bowl, what would you see? Ice cream. What's that ice cream? Sewing material, wouldn't you? If it's a goosey soup you put inside, that's the one I'm even looking for. If I see ice cream but I have a goosey inside, that's the one I'll steal. I'm using to eat eba or something else. All right. So essentially, yeah, the salary is an empty container. I have assigned 1,000 to it. So anytime I open it up, I call it, I bring it out, it's going to give me 1,000. Every time I call on salary, it's going to give me 1,000. So if I say salary multiplied by salary, what would it give you? Anybody? To give you, obviously, that would be 1 million. Okay? It's going to give you 1 million. That is 1,000 multiplied by 1,000 to give you 1 million. Is that not amazing? Don't you guys, is that not simple? This is basically what we call, so anytime everybody's outside, oh, I need to assign a variable. Oh, I need to create a variable. Oh, I need to, all those coding people that will just be using stupid, no, I don't want to use the word, that will be using technical terms to scare people. I will use technical terms to scare people away. It's very simple. A variable is, like I said, it's an empty container. You put a goosey inside. When you open it, what would you see there? You won't see ice cream. You will see a goosey now. That's just the case. If you put soup inside, you will see soup. Do you get? Okay. This is not trick code. This is actual coding. This is not coding. Okay. Very simple indeed. Yeah, it's quite very intuitive. So this is an empty container. So let's do something together. Let's do something together. Okay. Let's do a practice. Let's do a practice, small practice test. So let's say first name, F name. I'll say F name or F underscore name. Let me just say F underscore name. That's my variable name, F underscore name. Now, with the variable name, I need to say this, okay? With variable name, I need to say this. Your variable name, okay? Variable name cannot start with a number. Cannot start with a number. Okay, now that's the first thing. Variable name cannot start with a number. Also, a variable name cannot have spaces. So you cannot put space inside. So if this F name now, if I put a space there, it cannot, you see it's giving me an error already, okay? So you can't put space inside your variable name. That is why I am using underscore, okay? That's why I'm using an underscore to represent, you know, space. So anytime you see people writing variables or you see them typing, okay, coding, okay, and they put underscore, they put underscore. It's basically not, it's nothing fancy. It's just to represent space. So because I can't put space, I'll put underscore. Do you understand? All right. And the last thing I would say is variable name. Variable names are case sensitive. Variable names are case sensitive. So now, see this. If I change this salary, okay, you can see the salary is all small letters. The moment I change it to capital letter, you see it gives me an error. It will give me an error because this capital S, this S is different from this S. This is starting with a small letter S, and this is starting with a capital letter S. Okay, so these are the three things you need to remember every time, and it comes to practice. Somebody said that. Okay, it comes to practice, but it's something is intuitive. All right. So salary, case sensitive, variable names, they are case sensitive. Okay, they are case sensitive. They cannot have space and cannot start with a number. Those are the three things. Once you remember those three things, you're good to go. All right. Variable names can't start with a number. They can't have spaces, and they are case sensitive. They are what? They are case sensitive. So, anyways, let's continue. Let's create the first thing that we create. So F, let's say first name. I'll call it F name. My first name, I'm going to call it Babs. I'm going to call Babs. My first name is Babs. So I'll put into quotation mark, and everybody, you know strings. Whenever you're using strings, you put it in quotation mark. Simple. So Babs. Babs is my first name. Let me create my last name. I have a first name. I should have a last name. Okay. So L underscore name equals to what? I'll choose somebody else's name. I'll call it Denise. Okay. Okay, Denise. So first name is Babs. Last name is Denise. Simple. All right. Okay. Simple and short. And we already, so essentially what I am doing here is first name, this variable name, okay? I'm assigning Babs to first name. And I'm assigning Denise to last name. You see that? Very simple, like what we do with salary. So instead of attaching a number, I attach the string. Like I said, a variable name, a variable, empty container, you can put anything inside. Don't tell anybody. You can put anything inside a variable. Okay? Don't let anybody know. All right? So you can put string inside. You can put number. You can put float inside. You can put a goosey. You can put ogbono. You can put inside ice cream bowl. You can put anything inside. It will contain it. Don't worry. So essentially, that's what we have done. Okay? So first name is Babs. Last name is Denise. So what will be my full name? What will be my full name? Anybody? What will be my full name? I want to get my full name. What will be my full name? My first name is Babs. Last name is Denise. What will be my full name? What will be my full name? Anybody? Do you want to try? Babs Denise, first name plus last name. Beautiful, amazing, amazing. You guys are absolutely smart individuals, to be honest. You guys are very, very, I think this is the only class that anybody has gotten this, honestly speaking. So let me show you. Let me put in exactly what you guys have said. So full name is basically your first name, okay, plus your last name. Okay? Your full name is your first name plus your last name. Simple. So the way it's just basically how you talk. If you know how to talk, you can speak English, you can write Python. All right. So full name. All right. So let's write full name. Let's see full name. Let me run full name now, because I have assigned first name plus last name. I assigned it to a new variable called full name. Okay. First name plus last name. I assigned it to a new variable called full name. So let me run it now. Okay, let me run it now. Oh, it gives me Babs Denise. Do we like it like this? Do we like it like this? Do you think this is good? Do you think this is, this is okay? All right. Do you think, question, please, you said variables should have spaces, but your does. cannot have space. Cannot have space. Cannot have space. Exactly. There should be space. Exactly. So there should be a space between Babs and Denise. There should be a space between Babs and Denise. So you see how simple it is for me to put a space. So I would put space in the middle here. I'll put a space, then quotation mark. Inside that quotation mark, I'll put a space inside. Then I'll put another plus. So essentially here, what I am doing is I am combining three things together. I'm joining three things together. Babs, which is my first name, space, then Denise. So I'm combining the three things together. Babs, space, Denise. So I join all of them together. So when I run this now, it's going to give me Babs. This is Babs, which is the first name, space in the middle, which is this space that I have here, and Denise as my last name. So I just joined the three of them together. Babs plus space plus Denise, which is the last name. Join everything together and run it. Run. Why are you running? Why are you running? So basically, you see, we created a first name. We created a first name. We created first name. Beautiful. All right. And you see how easy it is for you to, put in the space. All right. Now, this is what we call hard coding. This is what we refer to as hard coding. Now, if you want to run somebody else's, let's say Chikezie Uche wants to run their own. So you will need to come here and start changing it manually. You will need to come inside the cell to come and start changing this manually. You will need to literally, that's why we call it hard coding. You need to go inside the cell and change Babs to, let's say, Chioma. Okay? This is why it's prone to errors. Okay? So we don't want to do this. We don't like hard work. We like what? We like soft work. We like what? We like soft work. So anything that resembles hardship, we run away from it. Okay? So let's change it. Let's switch it up. So I don't want to be putting so if Chioma wants to run her own, I don't want to be typing it out again. Do you understand? If Denise wants to run their own, if Imena, if Mercy, if anybody wants to run theirs, I want to make it sort of, I want to make it more dynamic, basically. I want to make it more dynamic. So instead of putting Chioma here, I would delete it. Denise here, I would delete it. Okay, I'll delete it. So now it is blank. Okay. So there's something we call input in Python. Input is an input function. The input function, you see when you're typing on your phone, or you pick up a phone, or you go to a browser and you click on something, it will ask you, okay, what amount, how much. You see the program application is the one asking you. The application is the one asking you, is the one requesting for inputs. So that's what we want to build now. So we want Python to be polite. We want Python to be polite. We want Python to say, what is your first name? What is your last name? So rather than we typing it manually, all right, Python will be the one to ask us, hello, what is your first name? Or what is your last name? All right, we want Python to be the one to ask these questions rather than we manually putting our names there and joining them. So the input function will collect input from the user. The same way you go on your phone and you click on the link, and the link is asking you, what is your location? What is your age? What is your date? So we want to build something like that, okay? So we would use the input function. Simple, intuitive, input. You are requesting for input. So input, inside this bracket, I'm going to write the question I want to ask, which is, what is your first name? What is your first name? Okay, that's the first question I'm going to ask. Now, and the second one is, I'll take that same question, I'll copy it, Control C to copy. I'll copy it, and I'll come to the next one, I'll paste it there. So rather than what is your first name, I'll put what is your last name. Last name. Okay? First name, last name. So now if I run it now, it is more dynamic. It's more dynamic rather than me typing my name. Before, you know, I added Babs and I added Denise manually. But now I have made it more dynamic to tell Python to be the one to ask this question. What is your first name? What is your last name? So let's run it now. And now you see it. What is your first name? And it will wait for you. It will legit wait for you. So if you think that, it's going to stop and it will run away. No. Until you put in your first name, it will not go anywhere. So let's put a first name. Let's put a first name there. I'm going to put in Chioma. Okay. And I'll press enter. Okay. So you see now, what is your last name? So the last name, I'm going to call it Ezekiel. Ezekiel just sent in a question. Okay, so Chioma Ezekiel. See, Chioma Ezekiel combined together. So this is more dynamic rather than we typing in the name every time manually. This is more dynamic of typing. You know, please, why did you put colon symbol at the end of the statement? Beautiful question. The reason why I just added question is so that it looks nice when it is printed. Okay. The reason why I put this colon here is just because I want it to look nice. If I take it out, let me take it out. Let me take it out, you see. Let me take it out. It's just for readability. Let me take out the colon, okay? And I run it. You see, what is your first name? Let me just put Ife. You see, and I'm going to put Francis. Ife Francis. Okay? So you see now, what is your first name? You see, there's no space, there's nothing there. It's just combined together. So it doesn't look nice. It's not presentable. Do you understand? It's not presentable. What did you click to copy with your first name? Control C to copy. So Ezekiel, does that make sense to you? Awosusi, does it make sense? All right. So that's exactly why I did that. Okay. All right. That's why. So to make it more presentable, so that anybody that is reading your code will understand that, oh, this is what this person is doing. Okay, so I'm going to put here Ayat for answering that question. Ayat and Olatubosu. Ayat Olatubosu. All right, and we have a full name, Ayat Olatubosu. Beautiful and easy to remember. Okay, beautiful and easy to remember. Okay, beautiful. Ayat Cash. All right, thanks a lot for answering the questions. That's very good. All right, let's do something else. Let's do something fun. Let's do something different. Okay, let's do something. Let's do a password generator. Let's create a password generator. Password, and we're going to do this together. Password generator. Have you guys, been on Google and you click on something, or you're trying to fill a form and you're trying to generate a new password, and Google will generate a new password for you, like a long list of random numbers, random things, and everything together. Do you understand? Have you ever been in that situation before, that Google will recommend a password for you? Have you ever been in that situation before? Have you been in that situation? Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. I can see a lot of people. Yes. So now we're going to build our own password generator, our own customized password generator. Okay. Now, for this our password generator, what are we looking at? What should we look at? Let me use. I want my name to be a part of it. So name. So in order for me to get this password, okay, I want my characters for my name to be inside. Okay, I want characters for my name to be part of my password. That's something I just want. So I'll put in my name, okay, in quotation mark. Always remember, strings are in quotation mark. So name, I'll put in my name. Let me say, Ifemena April. Okay, I won't put space just for the sake of it. Okay, Ifemena April. That's my name. Okay, Ifemena April, my name. So you can use, what are the things that are required for a password? The things required for password. What are the things, when they say, when you're trying to set in your password, what are the key things they are looking for? Characters, what else? Numbers, so I'll take numbers. Chichi, thank you for that. Special characters, I love that. Special characters, special, and I'll put CHA, okay, for characters. What else? Symbols, yeah, symbols, special characters, okay, and upper or lower case. So let me just take, okay, so my name is, okay, yeah, you know what, let me make my last, well, anyways, we can always find a way to change it, okay. I like the upper and lower case. All right, so let me see. All right, I'll put my April in uppercase. Let me see. Or you can just put everything in uppercase. Do you understand? So anywhere you want it. All right. Length of characters, beautiful. I love that. So I would say password length, password underscore length, which is length, basically for length, just to shorten it, because I don't want to be typing out password length, it's too long. So number, basically, so your password has characters, okay? It has characters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. I can't say it to the end, but anyways, it has characters. Currently, I am using my name as characters. Okay, numbers. So I'll put 1 to 9. 1. You don't need to put comma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I'll use the old numbers 1 to 9. Do you understand? Okay. Now special characters. So I don't know how many special. If you want to put as many characters as possible, I'm just going to put the at, the dollar, and maybe the and sign. Okay, 3 characters is enough for me. But if you want to put as many characters as you want, that's fine. You can do that yourself. That's absolutely perfect. Okay. So password length, I think the minimum most times is like 9, I guess. 8, 7, 9. I'll just put 9, but you can use anything. You can put anything in there. Okay. You can put any number. So if you want to generate 10, the length of 10, you want to generate 12, you can put 12. I am using 9 because majority of them are between 9 and above, okay, or 7 or 8 and above. So I'm just using 9, for example. So easily switch. So I have my characters, which is my name. I have my numbers 1 to 9. I have special characters at dollar and the and sign. And password length, I said I want 9 characters. That's what I want. Okay, that is what I want. So now, all characters, I'll say all characters, all underscore characters, okay, equals to, all characters equals to, I will add all of them together because I want to sort of make it random. So nobody will ever guess my number, my password. Do you get? So I would say name, okay, plus name plus number, okay, plus special character, special underscore CHA, okay? So all characters, I'll combine everything together. Then let me see it. I want to look at it. Let's look at it together. Let's look at what I have currently. Okay. So you see now, it has combined all the number. It has combined everything together. So if Emena, EPRO, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then the special characters at dollar and. So this is a combination of all the things my password should contain. This is a combination of everything. All characters basically is what? Everything together. The name, my numbers, and my special characters. Now, the good thing about your password is to make your password very, very strong, okay? It has to be random. It has to be what? It has to be random. Because anybody can pick it now and just, put in, if it's very hard, this is a hard guess, but we want to make it harder, to make it more stronger. Do you understand? So we're going to make it random. We want to randomize it. We want to randomize it. All right. So let's randomize it. And how do we randomize it? There is a library in Python. It's a random, I would say import random. Import random. Import random. So random will just help you to shuffle it. When you're doing what they call it, Lotto, and you see they roll that thing, roll it, and they are just trying to make it as random as possible. Do you understand? So that people will not feel like they're cheated or something. So in this scenario too, we want to create our machine to make the stuff as random as possible. Okay? Check the characters affixats, check the affixats, check the characters, check that the spellings are correct, check that the spellings are correct, is case sensitive. So if you're using capital letters somewhere, ensure you're using capital letter. And I think that's basically where you're having your errors. Okay, where is the place for the variable password length in the output? Don't worry, we're getting there now. Don't worry, it's fine. We're getting there. So I'm importing random. I bring in random. Import random. Okay, so I want to make it as random as possible, so that it will be hard for hackers to be able to get my password. Okay, so let me now generate the password for us. So password, let me say my password, my underscore password, okay, equals to, that's the variable. My password equals to, I would say, I'll create an empty string. So password is empty. So if I run this now, if I run it and I say my password, my underscore password, okay, and I run it, you see it is empty. Currently it's empty. That's basically what I've done here. Password currently is empty. I want to use a combination of all this to create a full password. So in order for me to do this, I will say .join. So I want to join random text together. So take E, take capital, take number, take special characters, join them together and put them inside this empty string. You see this string here is empty. There's nothing inside. So I'm using the .join to join random numbers together. E, come here. I, come here. 9, come here. 1, come here. Star button or whatever character, just join everything together. That's basically .join. Okay. Then I'll open the bracket. I'll open the brackets. Then, like I said, I want to make it random so that people would not be able to guess my password, isn't it? So I'll pass in, I'll say random what? Sample. Random dot sample. Random sample. So now, random sample, isn't it? We want to create a random sample. So shuffle the number like you're doing Lotto, right? Shuffle the numbers, roll it very well, like you're doing Lotto, all right? And be picking different numbers at random, as random as possible. Pick different characters. So random sample, okay? So in this random sample, what is that character that you want to shuffle? Obviously, all characters. All characters, isn't it? You want to shuffle all characters. You want to shuffle all these characters. You want to shuffle everything together, okay? And how many passwords do we want? How many letters do we want? We want 9. So the person I was asking about, where do we use the number of variables that we need? Where does it come in? Basically, this is where it comes in. So we want 9 characters. So we'll pass in the password length. Password underscore length. Okay. So this is the characters. We are shuffling it. Like, you know, like I said in Lotto, what do they do? They roll that thing to make it random. So this random sample is basically that big machine that rolls, that allows you to roll it. Okay. So what are you rolling? All the characters. I want to make it random. Okay. You can just type 9. That's perfect. Yes, you can just put 9. You can put 9 there if that's what you want. That's fine. So password length is 9. So you can pass in there. Okay. Can you add strings and numbers together in Python? So once you run this now, you see you get a random password, 9 digits. So if you count it now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 9 random numbers that we're going to be using. If I change this to 12, for example, and I run it again, it's going to give me a different password. 12 random numbers, okay? 12 digits random numbers. It has capital, it has small letter, it has a number, it has special characters in there, okay? The way they are rolling shawarma, thank you, Chinyere. The way they roll shawarma, that they make it, you know, they dice the chicken and the cabbage and all those things together to make it look nice. That's exactly what we're doing also. So essentially, that's exactly what we've done. All right. So if anytime you need a password, you have created a password generator. We have in just 2 minutes, in just how many minutes, we've created our own password generator. All right. And these things are not hard. Okay. These things are not hard. This can be used to create a temporary password for a sign-up page, right? Yes, you can. So just put in your name, or put in whatever. If you want to write A, B to Z, you can put it there. All right. And if you want your password to be very difficult, you can put 40, okay? To say that nobody will be able to guess my password. Even me myself, I will not remember. Okay, sorry. Okay, no. Let me see. 20. All right. And you'll be able to get what you're looking for. All right. You'll be able to get it has to be random, it has to be within the numbers. So we have number of characters in there. Okay, which is password generator. Where is this password? So anytime you apply, let's say for example, you are job hunting at the moment. Every time you click on some job application, they will ask you for a password. You are applying for this job, password. Everybody's asking for password. So how do you generate password for all this? If you want to generate unique password for all of them, you can just keep running this every time. It's going to give you random password every time you run it. It's going to give you random password every time you run your code. Okay? Remember to save the password generator. Yes, you can. You can save it. You can just copy. All right? You can click this here. You see copy value. This icon here will allow you to copy it. So if you copy it and I can paste it, you see it here. This is the password. The same thing with this. So anyways, you see how you have been able to create your own password generator. Like, so every time you need a password, you don't need to start thinking mountain at 1, T-Pain _ Snappy Boy at 2005. Do you understand? You don't need to stress yourself. You can just come up here and generate your own passwords yourself. All right. Let's do one more thing. Then let's do one more thing. All right. Then we'll call it a day. Can we generate something like token that changes at intervals? Yes, 100%. You can do that. Every application that you see out there is as a result of programming. Every application, every single application you see out there. And the fact that you can actually do this, that's the thing. A lot of people feel like, oh, I need to be absolutely smart to do this. But somebody said something, practice is what really gets you there. And where you learn actually helps you a whole lot, to be honest. Where you learn helps you a whole lot. All right. And that's why we're creating this ecosystem of data scientists to help you navigate, help you start your career as a data scientist. Now let's create something else, okay? Let's create the last one for the day, and we move on to other things. Okay. So you can save this code and you can run it anytime you need the password, essentially. So for this particular thing that we're going to talk about, okay, you see, so far we have been using strings. We have been using strings. We've been using strings. But this time around, let's use numbers. This time around, let's use numbers. All right. So we've created our password generator, created our own password generator for the people just joining. All right. Well, now let's create another one. Let's create something else. Let's say test calculator. Test calculator. All right. So let's say test calculator. Anyways. So in university or in school, in secondary school, university, we usually write tests. First test, second test, attendance, exam, and everything together. So let's write a code that will calculate our total score for all our tests. So first underscore test, okay, equals to what? First test, let's say I get a 10 in first test. Second test, S test, let's say I get a 5, okay? Attendance, okay? Attendance, I got a 3. Exam, okay? I got a 40, okay? I got 40 in exam. My total score, what would be my total score? Anybody? What would be my total score? So my first test, I got a 10. Second test, I got a 5. Attendance, I got a 3. Exam, I got a 4. So Chikezie is absolutely correct. So that would be 50, no, that would be 58. 58, not 78. Yes, 58. All right, so that's the combination of what? First test, that is F underscore test plus S underscore test plus attendance, okay, plus exam. So I've combined everything together. I combined everything. So first test plus second test plus attendance plus exam. Combine everything together. I'll now write total score because I want to see my total score. I want to see my total score. Okay, and I'll run it. So I get 58, which is corresponding to what everybody has said, 58. So this has basically calculated all my test score. But like I said, this is hard coding. This is hard coding. So people that do this, if somebody else comes and wants to calculate their own test score, let's say, take for example, Abiola comes in. Abiola comes in and said, okay, do you know what? I want to calculate my own test score. Abiola has to go in here and change these values manually. Do you understand? He has to change these values manually, one after the other, which is not optimal for your code. So what do we use? We said we would use the impute function. So the impute function will be the one to ask, okay, okay, what did you get in your first test? We want Python to be the one to respond to this. We want Python to be able to respond to this. So rather than writing 10, I want to make it more interactive. Okay, I want to make it more interactive, essentially. Okay. So for first test, I'll put in the impute function, impute, and I would ask the question, what did you get in your first test? What did you get in your first test? Simple. I want Python to be the one to ask me. Do you understand? I've been the one typing in Python. Let Python say, ask me questions. To say, Ife, what did you get in your first test? Simple and short. Do you get it? So that's how easy it is. What did you get in your first test? So I want Python to be the one to ask me. Now, the input function, I need to specify now what data type I want to collect. The input function, I need to now specify, do I want an integer or do I want a float? So what do we call this? For your first test, is it going to be an integer or is it going to be a float? Anybody? For your first test, a float. I love that. Very good question. Very good. Any other person? Contrary answer to that? So your first test, is it going to be a float, a string? No, it can't be a string. It can't be a string. It's going to be an integer. Well, the reason why I will go with a float, Chikizia said, and Chikizia and Taiwo. The reason why I'll go with a float is because your examiner or your lecturer, okay, can either give you 10.5, okay, and it can give you, 9, it can give you 7, it can give you 7.5. You can, some lecturers are crazy like that to give you decimal points, in your scores, all right, 99.8, 9.9, all right, so they can give you decimal points. Your integer would not allow you to take float. If you use an integer, so if I put in int, all right, open bracket, and I close the brackets, okay, it will not accept a float. This int here would not accept a float, would not accept a float. It will only accept an integer. But if I use a float will accept both integer and float. It will accept the two of them, okay? And your test score can either be, you can get 7 and I will get 7.5. Do you understand? So I want to be able to capture both whole number and decimal points number. That is what the float is doing. The float will take those two things together. Okay, so if I copy this, I copy it and I paste it here. So rather than first test, I will say what did you get in your second test? The next one will be, what did you get in your attendance? Attendance. All right. And the last one would be, what did you get in your examination? Okay. What did you get in your examination? So if I run this now, you see Python will be the one to ask these questions. Now it's asking, what did you get in your first test? What did you get in your first test? And you see, oh, I got a 10 in my first test. It's asking the next question. You see, it has moved from the first one to the second one. Now, what did you get in the second one? Oh, I got a 15 in my second test. All right. What did you get in attendance? I got a 9 in attendance. Exam, I got a 25. Let's say 25. Overall, this person got 59. You see, it has made it, I've automated it somehow that whenever I run it, what does it do? It recalculates by itself. So I'm not doing it manually anymore. Anybody that comes here to run this particular code would be able to put in their numbers. So another person comes, oh, I got a 10 in this, I got a 10 in this, I got a 3 in this, in attendance, examination, I got a 40, I know, it got 63 overall. So it's calculating it by default. It's calculating it by default. So basically, these are the, these are the things that you would learn. Okay, these are the things that you would learn. And it's very easy. You can see how much we have learned with just 3 data types. We have only looked at 3 data types: integer, float, and what? Strings. 3 data types we have only looked at. And you see what we have been able to achieve with only 3 data types. We've only been able to see what we've been able to achieve with what? 3 data types. All right. So there's a lot to learn. Absolutely. And what do you think now? Do you think, if I should ask you now, in terms of writing your own codes like this, all right, do you think it's something that you can do? Do you think this is something you can do? I know some people are listening, some people are practicing alongside with me, so I don't know what the situation is. Perfectly. Yep, yes. Simple and short. I can do it. Amazing. All right. So learning Python is actually one of the easiest things you can do, to be honest. All right. And that is what we do best. That is essentially what we at Analytics, that is what we do very well. And a lot of people have, from our classes have gone on to, getting jobs in different organizations across the world. So that's what we do. All right. And we start from as elementary as possible. So even though you don't have any experience, we're going to walk you through how to get started. Don't worry, that's our job. We'll teach you how to get started. Okay. So now with what you've learned today, I want you to do something. With what you've learned today, I want you to go ahead to practice something. All right. And I've done this. If you've ever held your phone before, you've ever used facial unlock on your phone, you've taken your phone. I just bought my iPhone 14. I just bought my iPhone 13 Pro Max. I just bought my Samsung S21 Plus 22. Do you understand? You're buying all this fancy phone. The technology behind it, yeah, when you take your phone and you use facial unlock, you use your face, use your phone, okay, to unlock your phone. That is basically what we call facial detection. It has to detect your face first, then your phone will unlock. Do you understand? So basically, you're going to build your own facial detection program. You're going to build your own facial detection program. And somebody has done this. These are the steps you will take. So you download and install Anaconda. The link is provided for you. You'll get the slides as long as you stay to the end. You get the slides, you get the recording. You can create it yourself, okay? Search and launch Jupyter Notebook, all right? And recreate, just type in the same code. I understand you might not know what you're typing, all right? You're a novice, all right? You're just getting started. That's fine. But I want you to have, that thing at the back of your mind to say that you can actually learn this. Now, let me show you. This is also someone that attended the masterclass, just the same way you're attending the masterclass, and he built his own facial recognition system program, okay? And you can see it is detecting his face. He also added additional things to detect his eyes. It's detecting his face and detecting his eyes. So you can see this. With the powerful masterclass I attended with analytics yesterday, I can implement projects on computer vision. This is my first exploration in computer vision, face detection, face recognition, face detection, and so much more. All right. So now let me show you some of the things that I have done. All right. And it's definitely on LinkedIn. So you can check it out. You can check it out on LinkedIn, and I'm going to show you how to work with it. So these are the kind of projects you're going to be working on. You want to work on real life case studies. Because if you want to practice, everybody talks about, oh, practice, but how do you practice? How do you practice? Do you understand? These are the live case studies that you're going to be working on, building actual projects. Now, if you look at this, okay, this is what we call computer vision. So I'm using the length and breadth of my hand, my thumb and my index finger to control the volume of my laptop. So if you look at the length of my hand, as it is increasing, the volume is also increasing. That is computer vision. You building technology. That's data science. You using what your program, this program that we have learned so far, all right, combining the knowledge of everything together to build these sort of applications. All right. Now let me show you another one. Okay, there are quite a number. I'm just going to show you just two of them. All right, so you can get on with the day. All right. So this is another one that I also built, and these are all on my LinkedIn page. You can check it out by yourself. Now, there are so many applications to using computer vision. You can see the way I change my fingers, it is telling me 3 fingers are open, 5 fingers, 4 fingers, 3 fingers. And you can see how fast it's able to detect this in real time. This is a real-time application. Now, you're going to be building projects like this, whereby you see all these people that have that, they're either deaf or dumb, and they use sign language. You use all this to build applications like this. Do you get? And it's basically from the language. It's basically from what we have learned today. All the basics that we've learned. You can use that in implementing, technologies like this. All right. So they're very easy to do. And I just want you to try it out. I actually want you to be successful. I just want you to try it, see that you can implement it. All right. See how it actually works. Then I can guarantee you that there is no way you will not be interested. All right. So just have a look at it and try your hands on it. Okay. All right. So now let me take, and I'm very sure you guys are wondering, how do I get started? If I learn all these things, where do I start from? Where do I start? What is full stack data science? How do I get started? Do you understand? So let's go about it. Okay. Now this program is fully virtual. Okay. So it's 100% online. And like I said at the start of the class, that's the beauty of the program. All right. The fact that it is online, that is the beauty of the program. So you can use it, you can be in Germany, you can move from Lagos to Abeokuta, you can move from Lagos to the UK, okay? You can move from UK, your classes are going to be virtual. It's going to hold regardless of any location you find yourself. You're in the office, you work as a consultant, today you're in Lagos, tomorrow you're in Abeokuta, tomorrow you're in Abuja, okay? The current training program would suit your interest. So it's 100% virtual. Sessions are fully recorded. So even if you have an engagement during the weekend, oh, I cannot attend classes this weekend, we have got you covered. The sessions are fully recorded. So you can go back in your own time and follow up and catch up with the classes. All right. So sessions are fully virtual, online training programs, and fully recorded. Unlike physical classes, whereby the moment you even stand up and go to the restroom and come back, you can never get it back again. You can't tell the lecturer, please, can you take back almost 15 minutes of your time to teach me this? It's likely not going to happen. So the sessions are fully recorded online training programs. Now, another good part is you get to work on hands-on practical sessions. So you can see what we did now. We spoke for like the first 20 minutes to get to know one another. And what did we do? We jumped straight into Python, practice. So the way you are practicing, you are learning. We are teaching, practicing, learning. It's a loop. And that's the best way you learn. That is the best way to learn. You don't learn from copy and pasting codes and stuff like that. That's not learning. So hands-on, practical, things that you can use on a day-to-day, like the password generator that we created, is something that you can use on a day-to-day, 100%. So those are the kind of practical sessions that we are going to be building in class, all right? And you have another good part is you have a lifetime access to materials and the experts like myself. And I will share some of the experts that you're going to be working with in the training program, okay? Now, the classes are over 20 classes with over 50 plus topics. Now, we only did 3 data types today, only 3 data types, integer, floats, and what? Strings, just 3 things. And you see what we're able to build with just 3 data types. Do you know there are actually 8 of them? There are actually 8 data types inside this program, 8 data types in Python. Now, you only learned 3 and you're able to do this much. Now, imagine if you know how to use all 8 of them. You'll become a superstar. You'll become like a guru worldwide. So you have over 20 topics with over 50 topics to be considered, to be taught in class, all right? And the median salary, okay, of a data scientist in Nigeria at the moment is over 8 million naira, okay? In the UK, where I am, the average salary of a data scientist is over 40,000 pounds, significantly higher than that of a data analyst, a business analyst, or any role that you find yourself. So a data scientist is absolutely sought after, okay? So the median salary of this in Nigeria is actually 8 million, all right? Now, a lot of people want to do their projects, a lot of people want to learn, but they don't get to have projects to their names, all right? They don't get to work on projects, real life case studies projects, because your recruiter is going to ask you, can I see a portfolio? Can I see a repository? And you're going to be looking like, okay, what is that called? I don't have it. I will grow in your company. There is no recruiter that will recruit you to grow in your company. They want to see achievements, what you've done. Hence the reason why you would build 6 real life case studies, all right, and add it to your portfolios, all right? We have 100% job visibility. So we have been business for the past 2 years, all right? We have trained quite a number of people. We have interacted with majority of the businesses. We train for organizations, and they in turn ask us to recruit for them to, we need data scientists, we need a data analyst, all right? We need someone that knows how to use Python within the organization. And we recommend, yes. We also do, job employability sessions where you can apply for a job and so much more. Do you understand? We have all that for you, right? We have a certificate. The program itself is certified, okay? You become a master data scientist at the end of the session, or at the end of completing your projects, completing everything, you become a master data scientist. So it's certified, all right? So it's a 2 months plus training program, 2 months plus, meaning that it's a 10 weeks training program with 1 month free virtual internship. It is free. The virtual internship is free. So people looking to get experience, people used to build more projects. So the program, you're going to do 6 projects. During the internship, you're going to build an additional 4 projects. I'll talk about that as we proceed. Okay, so it's 10 weeks. You'll build 6 projects, and you would also still have 4 projects for the internship. All right, so there's no how you want to get out there. You will not be able to bamboozle any recruiter. All right, you will bamboozle. That's what we call it internally. Okay, when you're going for an interview, we tell you go and bamboozle them. Okay, because we know what we are teaching, we know what you have, we know what's in the industry, because we do have the experience, and this is what we do on a daily basis. Now, how do you get started? Is the question. Another question. How do I become a full stack data scientist? What is the flow like? What is the flow like? All right. The first thing is, okay, the first thing is learn statistics. Statistics is very, very important. So we're going to teach you statistics for a start. So getting into it, you need to learn the basic statistics, descriptive statistics, inferential statistics, and so much more. Okay. So we're going to teach you statistics. And after you're well-grown in statistics, we'll teach you what? Learn Excel, Tableau, and Power BI for predictive analytics. Now, everybody can do charts on Power BI, on Excel. Everybody can do charts. Everybody can do a chart. But can they do predictive analytics in Excel? Can they do predictive analytics in Tableau? Can they do predictive analytics in Power BI? So these are the key things that you're looking at to call yourself a full stack data scientist. So regardless of the tool, the technology that you find yourself, you would be able to do predictive analytics. Okay. So having learned statistics, you've learned predictive analytics using Excel, Power BI, and Tableau. All right. The next thing for you is to learn SQL, which is structured query language. Now, data in any organization is not stored in flash drive. Okay. The data in any organization is not stored in flash drive. Where is it stored? It is stored in, it's stored in its database. Okay. And in order for you to get the data from the database, what do? You need to be able to write SQL. Okay. You need to be able to write SQL. It's like, you want blessings from God. You want to collect blessings. God bless me. God bless me. But what do you have to do? You have to pray in order for that thing to manifest. So prayer is like SQL. God is like the database. So you need to write SQL in order to interact with the database, in order to get the data you're going to use. All right. So essentially, basically, SQL is just a language you use to interact with database. So as a data scientist, you need to be able to write SQL, to write SQL. That's SQL in real sense. So statistics, predictive analytics, Excel, Tableau, Power BI, then SQL. Then after that, what do you learn? You learn Python. So we started Python today, and you can see Python is actually like speaking English. It's actually like you learning how to speak. It's once you can speak, you can actually perform it, to be honest. And those are the things that we're going to teach you. We're going to make it as simple as possible, just the same way we're doing it in class today. All right. Now, what's the next thing? You'll now learn machine learning and computer vision. This is where you'll be working on projects. Everything you have here, they're all project-based. Nobody's going to be sending material, go and read this material, go and read this material. Nobody's going to do that. It's going to be practical. Just the same way we did the first 1 hour, 30 minutes of the session, as practical as possible. So the way you're practicing, you're watching me, I am explaining, that's what it's going to be. So learn machine learning and computer vision. That's the next part. Okay? You learn machine learning and computer vision. Okay? Then the last part is, at the end of this thing, you become a master data scientist. You become superstar. Okay? Everybody starts to look for you to say that, who is this person that knows how to do statistics, that knows predictive analytics in Excel, Power BI, and Tableau, that knows SQL, that knows Python, that knows machine learning and computer vision. Is fully packed. And that's why we called it the full stack data science program. We didn't call it data science, all right? There's a reason why we put it full stack, okay? So you know how to use Excel, you know how to use Tableau, you know how to use Power BI, you know how to use SQL. Where else? Tell me where in this world you get to that you won't be able to get a job. And I'm going to share some things with you. So that is why we call it the full stack data science program. So we're going to teach you everything, every single thing, and I'm going to show you testimonials, okay? All right, start from statistics, so Excel to Tableau to Power BI to SQL to Python, data visualization, data analytics, machine learning, and all the way to computer vision, okay? Do you need the laptop for this? You absolutely need a laptop for this. How long does it take to become a certified data scientist? It takes you 10 weeks plus, okay? 10 weeks plus. So these are the sub-content of what you'll be covering, okay? You can see Excel, statistical analysis and modeling in Excel, Tableau, the same thing, Power BI, predictive analytics, statistics, you're going to look at sample and population data, descriptive statistics, inferential statistics, measure of central tendency, spread, so much, hypothesis testing, distribution. SQL, we're going to look at how to create SQL code, create a database, writing data query language, so much. And you'll be doing this in the training program. So it's fully packed, all right? And you can see, you can attest to the quality of what we're going to be teaching you, all right? You are going to be getting real life case studies, all right? Real life case studies. So looking at the data Python, you're looking at data types, loops, functions, you're looking at NumPy, pandas, you learn Matplotlib, you learn how to do visualization in Python, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotiply, okay? Machine learning, you will also be looking at supervised, unsupervised, computer vision, you're looking at OpenCV, MediaPipe, and so much more. There's so much that you're going to learn, all right, within that 10 weeks. It's very immersive, intensive, and it's to ensure that when you get out there, you know what you're saying. You're getting a job, all right? You're getting things done in any organization you find yourself. Now, the learning part is different from the employability part. So everybody can learn Python. Everybody can learn, everybody can learn Python, can learn Tableau, Power BI. But how employable are you? So this is additional benefits for you attending the program. So you are learning data science, you're learning Python, you're learning this, but you also need to be employable. And that is why we have the first thing we have there is a one-on-one CV review. The number one thing here you see here is one-on-one CV review. And I tell people that when you're applying for a job, when you're going for a date, for example, you met this fine girl, you met her online. Okay, do you know what? I'm taking this girl out on a date. I'm taking her to 4 Points by Sheraton. I have enough money to spend. All right. What do? You go to the airport, you trim your hair, you look nice, you use the best perfume, and so you can look presentable to this lady you're meeting for the first time. Now your CV is just like a first date. The organization you're applying to is the lady, all right, and your CV is you. So how attractive is your CV? How nice does your CV smell? And a lot of people don't have this. A lot of people don't have this particular good CV. So that's why we take it very personal. The CV review sessions are one of the best you get in the industry at the moment. So you have one-on-one CV review. You get to work with an expert one-on-one to build your own CV, to make it as attractive as possible. Another good thing is we are going to talk about LinkedIn optimization. Majority of the jobs you'll be getting, the recruiter would have checked you out on LinkedIn before they reach out to you. You want to bet it. You can check out my LinkedIn page. You see how optimized is it. I get almost every other day, I get a minimum of 3 calls. Oh, we saw your profile. Oh, we saw your profile on LinkedIn. We'd like to, see if you're open to discussion. How am I able to achieve this? It's based on the LinkedIn profile. Okay. Now we performed this for one of our students, okay, currently in the UK. All right. And this guy got 3 job offers, job interviews within a week of completing the interview, completing LinkedIn optimization. Got an interview with PwC, HSBC, and KPMG. All right, 2 consulting firms and 1 bank. Okay, eventually picked the bank. So currently he works with HSBC. So these are the kind of testimonials we're going to be sharing with you. And this is why we call we actually take employability sessions a lot seriously. Okay. So the third part is basically the recommendation and reference letter. So a lot of people want to travel out, or a lot of people don't have experience, and they need people to back that experience. So you've learned data science with analytics, all right? And you want to get a job and they're asking you, oh, can you provide where you've done all these things? And your previous role, you worked as maybe a care officer, or you worked as HR admin, or you worked in a more non-technical role. So we're going to attest to your skill. And this is what has helped quite a number of our participants getting a job, especially outside the country. All right. And even like you are working with freelancing, and I'll share some freelancing experience with you and how you can work freelancing also. All right. So the recommendation letter comes in handy. Recommendation to say that we have backed, we can attest to your skill set. All right. We have someone that actually, we have quite a number of people that have gotten their masters because of our recommendation letter. So you did home economics in university. That was your degree. You did botany, you did information something, all right? Not core IT, all right? And you want to do your master's in data analytics, data science. The school needs to see that you have a basic understanding of what you want to read. So they will reach out to ask you for recommendation letter, for reference letter. And that is where we come in to provide all these things for you to say that, yes, we can attest to your skill set. Then the fourth one, which is the main, this is what I love. Anytime I see anybody that has an interview, we launch as much as possible to ensure that we help you get that job, all right? So we do interview preparation, we one-on-one interview preparation, we do, possible questions, case studies, and so much more to ensure that you're prepared for the interview. So these are what we call employability sessions to ensure that once you complete before you even complete the training program, as long as you're applying for a job, you would be able to get a job. It's not how. They're doing one-on-one CV review, LinkedIn optimization, recommendation, and job and interview preparation. So tell me, what else would you want someone to provide for you? Just apply. That's what we tell most people. Before you even complete the program, start applying. Do you understand? And we're going to work everything one after the other with you. Now, let me show you working as a freelancer, as a data scientist, and you're earning dollars in Nigeria, you're working anywhere in the world, and you're earning dollars. Now, I'm going to show you the first one that is very familiar with, that everybody is sort of familiar with to an extent, and that is Upwork. And I'll show you how you see how much data scientists are earning at the moment. Okay, find work. I'm going to find work for my skill. Okay, I'll find work for my skill or for your skill, whatever you want to read as. Now, I'm going to take you down to data science. So you see data scientist, you see a data scientist. So the good part about the full stack data science program is you can work as a data analyst, you can work as a data scientist, you can work as a business intelligence, you can work as, you're learning everything together. That's why we call it full stack. Okay, so let's look at data science. Okay, so now see first level. Okay, the first job you see here posted 20 minutes ago is what? It's what? Machine learning. Experience level, intermediate. Nobody's looking for experts. Do you understand? They're looking for intermediate level. Okay, intermediate level. So if I open this in a new tab, let me check it out. Okay, all right. This is intermediate level machine learning, and they're paying $10 to $48 per hour, hourly. $10 to $48 per hour. There is no way you finish the training program, you won't be able to perform this kind of analysis. You won't be able to take on this particular job opportunity. Okay, sorry, I don't know what I did. All right, I'm going to show you another one. Okay, so this is deep learning experts. We're not going to, so this is data AI and machine learning specialty. This is also intermediate. Duration is 3 to 6 months. All right, data science, analytics, and database architecture. Like I said to you, we're teaching you SQL, we're teaching you analytics using Power BI, Tableau, Excel. So you can actually take on this, all right? And you can take it on. So data analyst, BI specialist to ensure analytics reports are valid. Intermediate level, 1 to 3 months. And these are all paid in dollars. Do you understand? So this was posted 13 hours ago. This is posted 12 hours ago. This is posted 6 hours ago. The first one that you see there was posted 20 minutes ago. Now this is data science. Let's take a look at data analytics. Okay, data analytics freelancer. Okay, so validate a survey. Absolutely phenomenal. This is $50. All right. Linear models for forecasting and every other thing, $25. Data analytics trainer, $1,231. Okay, all right. So these are the opportunities that that you have ahead of you working as a freelancer. Okay, upon completing the training program, there's so much opportunities out there. The only thing is for you to upskill, and that's why we're teaching you. That's why it's as detailed as possible. Take a look at the curriculum again. All right, take a look at the curriculum, how detailed it is, from statistics to learning Excel, Tableau, Power BI for what? For predictive analytics. How many people can predict? All right. So the next you learn is SQL, you learn Python, you learn machine learning, you learn computer vision, then you become a master data scientist. So essentially, it's absolutely very, very phenomenal. Now, having completed this data science, this full stack data science program, you can work as a data analyst, a data engineer, a data scientist, a data architect, a data analytics, data and analytics manager. You can work as a machine learning engineer. You can work as an AI engineer. You can work as a business intelligence developer. So it's very intensive, okay? Very intensive end-to-end process of how you can actually start working as a data scientist in any organization of your choice. Now, what technologies are you going to be working with? Okay, you're going to be working with Python, you work with GitHub, you work with Slack, Tableau, Power BI, Excel, Medium, LinkedIn, Cargo, just to upskill yourself, okay, just to ensure that you're good enough for the upcoming job, okay? Now, this program, like I said, comes with 1 month free internship, okay? You get to build an online portfolio with 6 high-end projects, actual projects, real life, and I'll share some of the case studies with you, some of the things that people in the classes are doing at the moment, okay? I'll share all this with you. Gain online presence with job visibility, you'd get coaching and mentoring. So it's actually very intensive to get all these things up and run for you. So the internship program is free, all right? Absolutely free. You don't need to pay a dime for, to attend the internship program, okay? Now, like I said, the internship program is absolutely very, very significant, and we owe it to IST because you get to work on real life case studies, you get to work on real life case studies, you get to build your own project, you get to own your skills, okay? So you've learned for 10 weeks and you want to put to practice what you've learned. So the internship helps you get this particular student, okay? All right, so it's absolutely brilliant. Oh, Aziz is actually putting the comment there. Okay, thanks Aziz for saying that. So it's practical, all practical based, okay? All practical based. So the project, the internship is actually another very phenomenal. And somebody got a job, okay? She currently just moved to the UK, all right? And she got a job in this insurance company, okay? And they were asking her, the reason why she got the job was based on the internship. They asked her, how, have you worked on any insurance case study before? All right, and she was so happy to talk about it. Yes, I have worked on an insurance case study where I was able to predict claim predictions. So, insurance, you're always paying claims. People, they are, I don't know what they call them. The people, your subscribers pay claims every month, every year, now and then, okay? In order for them to, so they wanted to be able to predict claims prediction. And she said, she talked about the project, how she was able to bring the model that was able to predict, claims, fraudulent claims within the organization. And the CEO was excited, like, walk me through the process. And she worked, she was able to walk this guy, the CEO, through the interview process, through the project. And that was how she eventually got the job. So these are the industry relevant experience you're going to gather during the internship program, end-to-end process, okay? And so much more. Now, who are the people that are going to work with you? Okay, so like I said, myself, obviously, if you're MENA, all right, and I personally lead the data science program. And currently I work as a global systems analyst, okay, 7 years experience, working across different gamuts of the data ecosystem. So I've worked as a BI engineer, I've worked as a business intelligence analyst, I've worked as a data scientist, data analyst, and different roles in the past, okay? So, and currently I work as a business systems analyst, and what I do as a systems analyst is to recommend data solutions, the predictive, prescriptive, diagnostics, descriptive analytics across the organization to ensure that things are being done, okay? Now, also, we have Obina Yema, who is currently a data scientist with Access Bank. So you're going to be learning from people that are currently in the industry, not people that learned on YouTube, okay? People that are still currently in the industry, people that are industry-based. So this is Obina, and currently he has been instrumental in technical product support for flagship digital and retail products, generating billions of naira annually. And we all know Access Bank is one of the biggest in Nigeria. So you know the kind of intensity work, how intense the work is. So, and that builds experience to a very, very large extent. okay? And he's also a certified Microsoft data and AI platforms and aims to become a leading mind in artificial intelligence from out of Africa. So, you're working with one of the best people in the industries at the moment. All right. So this is Ibrahim Animasha, also in the UK. Okay. Currently works as a machine learning engineer with Brian Dexter, UK. And you see here, he said he built, he completed the data science fellowship at Faculty AI, where he created a Bayesian toolbox to predict the chances of survival in patients. Now, the good thing about this program is we're not going to take you, we're not going to remove you entirely from what you know already. And remember what I told you in the beginning of the program, okay? And remember what I told you at the beginning of the program. Your experience is what really separates you from every other person. So you see, Ibrahim is a doctor. He's not living the doctor space. He's still working as a machine learning engineer within the medical space. I personally, I work in the supply chain. I work in supply chain. All right. I don't have any experience before coming to supply chain. But I'm doing absolutely well in supply chain now, using analytics to solve supply chain problems. So you can see Obina also working in the bank. So there is quite a number of opportunities. So if you are in the education space, there's opportunity for you in the education space. If you are in, I don't know, oil and gas, banking, telecommunication, there are opportunities for you to leverage that experience you have, merge it with data science, and use it to create solutions and make yourself sellable to employers. Okay. Chinazam, another very sharp professional. Okay. Chinazam, okay. Nobody said the training program was for 2 hours. I don't know where you got that from, Chichi. So sorry about that. Yeah. The data analyst with DPD. All right. Chinazam is a data scientist, over 2 years experience, working on different projects. Okay. And he holds a master's in data analytics. Okay. And yes, so he has that engineering background. Also, we worked together before, and DPD is one of the largest, okay, logistics firms in Europe. It's a group company, one of the largest logistics firms, so delivering products for top high-end projects, top high-end industries, right, likes of Nike, the like of Amazon, the likes of Google, and the rest of it. Okay. So these are the people that you're going to be learning with, okay? You're going to be learning with, myself, Obina, Ibrahim, Chinozam, and we also have Emmanuel and Robulu, okay, who is also the lead data and insight analyst at Softcom, okay? So Emmanuel is a data scientist with 5 years experience providing analytic solutions across different sectors, banking, sports betting, energy, and fintech. So these are the kind of people you are going to be learning with, okay? People that have industry experience, people that have, hands-on practical experience, okay? So don't worry, you're in the right hands, you're in the right place. Now, this is the last masterclass for the year, and this is the last course for the year, and it's going to start on the 8th of October. It's going to start on the 8th of October. Now, I told you that I have a special offer for the people that wait till the end of this session. So don't tell anybody, don't tell anybody, right? So the actual cost of the program is 150,000, and you can pay in 2 installments. All right. The actual cost of the program is 150,000, and you can pay in 2 installments. Now, for people that wait till this time, drum roll. So now, all right, the program starts on the 8th of October. Okay, the program is waiting is on the 8th of October. It starts on the 8th of October. Like I said, it's a 2 months plus, that's 10 weeks training program. Okay, it's a discounted fee, all right, of 50,000 naira. So you can actually pay 100,000 naira, for the first 20 participants. It's only available for the first 20 participants. Only available for the first 20 participants. And you can pay in 2 installments, which makes it very easy for you. So you can pay in 2 installments now, okay? All right, you can pay in 2 installments of 50,000 naira, okay? And you have a month grace. So once you pay the first installment, all right, you get registered for it. And this is basically for the first 20 participants. This is not open till the end of the month. If you think we're going to go extend it, it's only for the first 20 participants. Now, we run this program every month, okay? Like I said, we run it every other month. And this is going to be the last one for the year. So I'm just going to show you a typical classroom, okay, where we store our materials, okay? where we store the material. I will show you what a typical class size is. Okay, I'll show you what a typical class size is, because this is where all the materials are stored. So if you see the classroom, you can see starting from skills assessment, statistical analysis, predictive analytics. You have sessions on tablet. They're currently in the tablet class. Now let me look at people. I show you the number of people in class. We currently have 41 people in class. Now 20 people of these paid the discounted fee of 100,000, while the rest paid the 150,000. So it's only available for the first 20 people. So it's not available for the entire program to say that. And that's basically what happens. So if you look at it in real sense, we are over 150 people on the call. Okay, and we are only taking for the first 20. So you can pay in 2 installments of 50,000 naira each. Now, we also have a collaboration with ThinkQuest. Okay, we have a collaboration with ThinkQuest. I'm not sure if the people from ThinkQuest are here. I'll just confirm quickly. Read one if you're here. Read one if you want to unmute yourself so you can speak about ThinkQuest. So ThinkQuest, we have a collaboration with ThinkQuest, and basically they provide 0 interest rate loans, okay, for people that want to do the training program. So the fee is 100,000 naira. The fee is 100,000 naira. All right, you can get a loan from ThinkQuest, and you will be able to pay in smaller. You can pay in 4 installments, I think. You can pay in 4 installments. All right, so it's easier for you. It is more effective. So if you are a bit cash strapped, you cannot drop 50 at once, you can actually go through ThinkQuest and they will drop the balance. They will drop it for you. So that's part of the reasons why we are able to achieve the 20 participants in due time. All right, so if you have the money, pay your 50,000 naira and get your slot. Do you understand? Get your slot. It's intensive, and you will see some of the projects you're going to work on. I showed you some of them already. I'll still show you some. All right. And let me this is the bank details, okay, for us. So, Chinyere, yeah, you have people to talk. We have people from our classes, all right, and I've gone through the program that are yet to speak to you to tell you their own experience with the training program. So, Chinyere, yeah, please, if you want to go ahead.
All right. Juliet is here with us.
Juliet is a sharp. Honestly, one of the best people to be in the class. To be honest, okay. Juliet, yeah. Do you want to switch on your camera so I can spotlight you?
Yeah, I'm switching to my camera. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Juliet Aneke. Actually, I heard about an analytic from my best friend. In short, I actually used to be so scared of data, data science, anything IT. But guess what? I'm a graduate of computer science. Do you understand? I graduated, but while in school, they were not really teaching us so well. So I just told myself, I'm done. I switched. But she kept insisting. She's even actually in the Canada cohort, She kept insisting and telling me, no, try those people, try those people. I told her that I'm not trying nobody, that I'm going to cloud. I'm doing cloud. I'm doing AWS. I'm not doing nothing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do programming, because I had actually spent my money in NIT and I didn't get nothing. Then I spent almost like 500,000. I didn't get nothing. So she kept persuading me, and I joined. I am in the full stack data science cohort 9. So I did this masterclass the way everybody is, and man, I was touched. I was like, really, I was actually really, really touched, because the training, I was just listening, and I started recollecting back all what I learned, and I was like, God, I think I need to join this. So the training program is well organized with learned facilitators. They're organized when it comes to the program. It is fully packed. Just get ready to work. If you're ready to work, you will get your money worth. So they make sure that everyone that is being taught in the class understands. You don't have to have the background of IT for you to be in this class. Like he was telling you, you can just, if you have an open mind, you will be able to, you get your money worth. I'm telling you, that money you're paying, you get the money worth. They ensure that everybody in the class understands what's going on. You don't have to have a science background or anything for you to they input in you this I can do it spirit, I can do it, it's not difficult. You can imagine me now, I'm now I can't believe it how I now love and talk data. Every time I'm telling people data, they're like, really? You've left your AWS? I said, yes, it's not data science I'm going in for, and I've just been I can't even believe it. The way the lectures and everything, as in it's just too much. As in, I'm telling you, you can imagine after spending my money in NIT, and I spent more than what they're telling us to pay today here in NIT. I didn't get nothing. I did not get nothing. I didn't get nothing. So I was actually begged to join the masterclass, and I joined it. And once I went in, I actually went in. I came into the masterclass with a biased mind. I'm like, let me just go and see what they are doing. And I'm telling you that after that day of that masterclass, nobody told me. I actually went and I looked for the money and I paid and I joined the class. The facilitators are so humble and simple. The organizers, like Chinyere, they're just there. They know they're on top of it. They give you the materials before time and everything. I promise you that if you have an open mind about running this program, I'm telling you, you will not regret. I'm not regretting at all I'm running this program. I'm not regretting. I'm actually I'm excited. I can't even believe it that whatever fear I had about data, you can imagine a graduate of computer science, scared of data, scared of everything. I can't even believe. In short, when I'm telling you that I spent my money in NIT, I don't want to recollect how much I spent in the NIT, but I'm trying to tell you how they have so broken down this thing that I'm like, really? So what was I scared of? You understand? It is a full pack. I'm telling you, it's a full pack. If it's worth your money, I'm telling you, whatever amount you're going to pay for this program, it's worth it. I'm telling you. They even try, and let me tell you, my friend's drive. Why she said telling me to come and join was because she said the people lecturing here are actually they work in the same field real time. So you're getting the best. They're actually working. They know what the employers are looking for. Do you understand? And they're giving us projects. So you can imagine they're working in the field and they're lecturing you. They're teaching you exactly what you're going to face in real life. So I'm telling you, it has a lot of prospect. Just enroll. I'm encouraging you. Have an open mind. Enroll. And remember, the world is going data. Everything is data. You can imagine he showed you when he was using his hand to control the volume of everything is data. So you're not gonna be stuck and you won't get something to do. Like he showed you the opportunity, he showed you the freelance stuff and everything. I'm just trying to tell you that the world is going tech. So you're not gonna you investing your money here. You're gonna get more than your money worth. I promise you, gonna get more than your money worth. So I just want to encourage us. I came into this thing just as the way all of us are here today, and I was like, oh, what are these people saying? And I'm telling you that I know that I'm getting my money worth. So I'm just encouraging us, whether you have IT background or you don't have it, just enroll into this program and see what they have in stock. And I'm telling you that you get your money worth. You won't regret that you invested into this program. Thank you.
Amazing. Amazing. Juliet is such a superstar. Thanks a lot for such wonderful feedback, to be honest. Yeah,
thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay.
All right. So we have Oyinola here.
Oyinola. We brought all the ladies in the house, yeah?
Oyinola is the guy.
Oh, is a guy. Okay. So sorry. Oyinola, please go ahead, please.
If Bena, Oyinola is a guy, I keep repeating this.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting. I'm so sorry.
Hi, everyone. My name is Oyinola Adewale. I am part of 10 analytics students. I'm in cohort 8. In my day-to-day activities, I'm an electrical engineer where I major in electrical power and machine. So basically, in my activities on a daily basis, I have to report, I have to analyze to my superior, to my team members. This is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to do this, this is that. So basically, it's a kind of what I do and I find interest doing every time, explaining things, analyzing things, this and that. So at a point that I was thinking of having a kind of a side hustle, so it wasn't difficult for me resolving on data analysis. So after I resolved on data analysis, my fear was now like, oh, how will I go about it? Oh, where will I get this training? Where will I do this? So in the course of searching for this, I came across the analytics online. I was like, what? And it's actually a time like having a kind of a masterclass like this. So I was like, this kind of training virtually, looking at how sensitive this kind of a thing is. So I was being skeptical. So like every other day, I was keeping in touch with Chinere. How do you say this thing will go? Is there any office I can walk into once I have an issue I can walk into with my laptop, things will be resolved? She was just laughing. She was just like, you don't know what you are coming in for. So I gave it a try for the masterclass, for this kind of a class that day. And I was like, wow, things can really work out the way I wanted. And the funniest part of it, I don't know anything about IT. IT just put me out of it. But despite that, I have this kind of a flair for it. I wanted to do it. So I was like, oh, after the training, I have to be a part of this. And giving it a shot, it wasn't a mistake at all. It wasn't at all. From the first class, I keep on having value for my investment. I was like, oh, these people are really, in fact, topic by topic, we have classwork, we have assignments, we have group work that we can even brainstorm together, we do things collectively. So they have so much planned things in such a way that they make it convenient for everybody. And sincerely, we don't need to carry laptop everywhere before we go into a training like this. So I'm a living witness to this kind of a thing, and I so much have value for what I invested in it. So along the way, we started with statistics, as you said. We moved to Power BI, to SQL, Tableau. In fact, there was even a scenario when we had to work on Tableau. My system I can't make use of my system because I was actually using my son's system for this training. I can't make use of it. So is this an old system? I'm telling you, I work here in Shagam. I have to be going from Shagam to Ikeja every other day within 3-4 days so that I will find solution to this thing. And eventually I have to go and borrow because the flair was there. I was just like, I don't want to miss out. And everybody was like, we are moving together as a train. Nobody's like, oh, I don't know this. I don't have this background. They are dropping me behind. Everybody moves together. And we are all happy doing this together. So I want to encourage you, if you want to give it a shot, try and trust in Teralytics for this. You will not miss, as in you will not lose your value, your money if you invest in it. And one thing I said earlier that I've made a kind of a reversion about, I actually come into this as a kind of a side hustle. Let me just have another thing, this and that. But I'm telling you right away, I'm having a change of mind. I'm making it a full-time career. God help me. Thank you, everyone. God bless you.
Oh, you laugh, my guy. Thanks a lot for that feedback, man. I remember when he had the issue with the laptop.
Yes.
I was looking for a new one. Thanks a lot. But that's the excitement. I think those are the things that you get together.
It's part of the joy in it. Thank
Exactly.
you.
Thanks for coming around. So I think that's
All right. We have Tolulokwe Dada. Tolulokwe Dada, you there?
Okay. Tolulokwe Dada. Okay. Amazing. It's good to hear from you. Okay. Tolulokwe, if you want to unmute yourself. Tolulokwe Dada. Are you there? Tolulokwe. Okay. I don't think. Could you send a message to if I don't know if he's there? Yeah,
yes, I'm here.
Yeah, raise up your hand.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. All right. How are you doing today? Do you want to switch on your camera so we can see you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you well. Yes.
Yeah. So, Teralytics. In fact, I've been following Teralytics for a while now. I don't know the cohort that I came on, but I'm a delivery lead for our Essential, and I also have my own training platform where I train IT like this. But I get my inspiration, my materials from Teralytics. I've gone through at least 2 of their training. I've done the one we did with Figma. I've done this one. I'm even going to come for another one. So in short, you've been here today. Whatever it takes, it's not because of the money. What they give you, it's just too much than the money. I don't go in there because I'm just taking it on the surface, because what I want is to be able to teach it on my own platform as well. So I can tell you that if me that I'm not using it to go and look for a job or what have you. I still have my value here because I've got my job and I'm facing my bet. Because of to have attraction even on my own platform as well, to say, okay, I can teach you some basics of BI, of Power BI, SQL, and also use it on my job too. So you being here, please just get the money. And in the first 2 or 3 classes, you know that your money is not wasted. That's why I'm saying I don't know the quarter, maybe the 5th or 7th, very far behind though. But anytime I see analytics either on LinkedIn or on Instagram, because of I don't have Instagram before, but because of analytics, I have to go and open Instagram because they do most of this their talk show on Instagram, and it's been so wonderful. So yes, all that you've had, they will do more. I was like, all these, even the CV, the CV prep, it's also classic. So please, as everyone is preparing to jackpot or anything, this is a good place to start. We in the UK, we are at least, I think we're getting somewhere, but back home and yeah, you can get what you want from here and even be earning dollars, be earning all around. So the money you are paying is far less than what they will give you. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Tony Lope. Absolutely. Thanks a lot for that. Very wonderful. So we've trained quite a number of people. This year alone, I think we've trained way more than 8,000 people. Do you understand? And like I said, we have people joining from across the world. So Tony Lope, I think Tony Lope is actually in the UK, if I'm correct. And we have people from Germany, we have people from France, we have people from across Nigeria, across Africa that are joining in the session. That's what really makes it engaging, because you're going to be learning with people from different places, different experience, rather than a physical training program where, I don't know. Anyways, it's online. So you are getting everything in real time. You have watch me do it videos. And I'm going to walk you through all those things as we proceed. Do you understand? All right. So anyways, let me call on Azizat here. Azizat, are you there? You want to unmute yourself? Azizat, to talk about FinQuest. So if you're currently, trying to, go into it and you don't have, let's say, the financial capacity to start it, do you understand? You can actually get a 0 interest loan. So meaning that you're not paying any interest. 100,000 is 100,000 naira, and you can pay in 3 to 4 installments. So Azizat, you can go ahead, please. I'll click on the link so you can have.
Hi.
Yes. Do you want to?
Okay.
Do you want to switch on your camera so we can get to see you?
Yes, definitely. Just turning that on. Give me a minute. Can you see me now?
Perfectly. Yes, I can. I want to.
Okay, great.
This.
So I'm unable to share my screen. Can you allow me to do that?
Okay, let me share. Let's start. I'm going to stop sharing so you can share your screen. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is for people interested in FinQuest. This is Azila, you can introduce yourself so we can get to know you.
Yes, sure. Okay, so can you see my screen as well? So I can
Perfectly, yes.
Okay, just a second, please. Okay, yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Azizat Adetunji. I'm a co-founder at FinQuest Finance. And I understand our time is fast spent, so I'll keep this very short and quick. So I enjoyed the class. I enjoyed the session from Matrix to Python and all of the recommendations, glowing recommendations that we have for analytics. And that's the way it has been. Not just on this session, we've had our candidates who are taking our facilities to attend analytics also give us really nice recommendation and review. Okay, so a quick one about FinQuest. or how I would structure this. I'll start with an overview of FinQuest Finance, our process, and the plan we have for the analytic data science class. So FinQuest came about because we understand the struggle of an average Nigerian to take trainings. We understand the low income power, and we know people need to take trainings, and they need to develop to switch their career and also to grow their existing career. So what we currently do at FinQuest is to avail you a zero interest facility, and we allow you to pay instrumentally over a period of time. So for analytics data science class, we allow you to pay over 5 installments. So the program currently goes for 100,000. So if you are fortunate to get a discount, you pay 100,000, and we allow you to pay over 5 installments, which is 20,000 naira for each installment. Our requirement is for you to make your first installment of 20,000 naira before the program commences, and then you get to pay the balance of 80,000 over 4 installments. So which is of over 4 months, 20K every month over 4 months. But you have to pay the first installment before the program starts. And our process is pretty simple. So as you can see, this is the website. A colleague of mine will share the link to the website. So yeah, we currently have several partners that offer training across data science, data analytics, investment banking, valuation, modeling, HR, and so on. Again, so this is just a walkthrough of our website and everything we stand for. Our process is a three-step process, and it's very simple and straightforward. So once you apply, you drop your application on www.finquestfinance.com/apply. So when you click on that, it takes you to this page I'm about to click on. So the direct link takes you here. This is what the apply page looks like. It's pretty straightforward. All you have to provide us is your first name, last name, email, your phone number, your date of birth, state of residence, and your employment status. Pretty much all of what you have here. Very easy. You can submit in 2 minutes or less. So back to the home page. After you submit your application, our loan officer will reach out to you in less than 24 hours. So we have to call you just to know we have so much applications, and we need to be sure that you understand what you've applied to, and also to give you an overview of the way the process runs, because it is a zero interest loan. It is without any charges, no hidden charge whatsoever, and we are not a loan shark. So after you submit your application and we call you, we send you a link to a contract, just formalize our arrangements with you and understanding on the phone. And again, just to reiterate, for data science, we allow you to pay back over 5 months, five installments, 4 months. First payments will be made before the program starts. So for this cohort that starts October 8th, so you have to make your payments before the 8th of October. And then once we approve your loan, we send your details to Tenalytics. Tenalytics avails you all the information and access to the class, and then you enjoy your class more or less. And so we don't stop at just disbursing loans to you. Our value adds goes way beyond just disbursing of loans. We have a group, a WhatsApp group where we add our candidates to, where we share job opportunities, where we have mentoring sessions. We share that with you. And again, it's a family more or less. When you have complaints, and I'm very sure you won't have any complaint, because again, analytics is awesome, and they know their onions. So where you have concerns, you can always reach out to a member of our team, or you can reach out to anyone, any member of the team, just to relay your concerns. I think that's about it for me. I'll pause here to take questions, and I believe my colleague would have dropped the link to the application page. Please confirm if you can see that. I'll need to stop sharing my screen now. So yeah, I'll pause here to take questions. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Azizat. Really appreciate that. Wonderful. So guys, even looking at something whereby you don't need to, pay for installment, like I said, of 20,000 naira. And the whole essence of this is just so that you don't miss out on this. We have a lot of people looking out to start their careers in data science, but obviously finances might be an issue for some of the people in Nigeria at the moment. And even if, so you can leverage that and get what you're looking for. Okay. So we've done a lot of talking around this, okay, and I just want to share with you, okay, this is the account number. Like I said, it's only available for the first 20 people. I think about 9 people have made payments already, and people are still going to go through FinQuest. So please, if you're going to be paying directly, pay as fast as possible or as soon as possible to get everything ready for you. So you can check us out on our, let me show you some feedback, okay? Because everything you do is feedback. You need to see feedback. Now, these are, from the last cohorts, about 2 cohorts ago, okay? And these people just, completed a training program and now they've gotten jobs. Now, Olale Kombakare, also friends with Ismail, okay, attended the same full stack data science program. Now, in Nigeria, you don't even need to be out of the country to get these opportunities. Now, this guy, Olale currently works with Alara Lagos, okay, as an inventory data analyst. And that's the beauty of full stack data science. You can work as a data analyst, data scientist, business intelligence. Anyway, that's why we call it full stack. Do you understand? All right. Now we have Ismail Yakub also getting a job as a junior data scientist, okay, working with Rise Networks, also Lagos, all right, working in Nigeria. And these are people that attended the training program just the same. They attended the masterclass the way you attended the masterclass. They attended the training program, it's 2 months internship, and they're currently working. Now, do you think these people are going to remember yes, they'll remember the investment they made. Do you understand? Well, your monthly salary is definitely going to be more than what you're going to be paying for the training program. So it's infinitesimal when you're talking about investment and returns on investments. Now, personally, when I talk about my own returns on investment, to be honest, I don't mind paying anything for training program because I know I'm going to reap the investment. Now, these are just people that have been through the training program, giving their testimonials.
My name is Prophet Charles Hussein.
All this.
I'm a data scientist.
You will have access to all these videos, so you can watch them.
I heard about analytics from a sponsor ads on Instagram. I decided to join the masterclass to have a feel of what they offer. After the masterclass, I was convinced by what I heard and decided to enroll in the full stack data science program. I was in the cohort 7. I would say the classes were amazing. The classes were insightful. The classes were straight to the point because they were delivered by world-class facilitators who are in the industry and they know their onions. The classes were prompts, were being given watch me videos where we'd go back after classes to practice, because practice, they say, makes perfect.
Let me show you another one.
Hello, my name is Michael Afolabi. I currently work as an IT and digital officer for an organization that renders educational services here in Lagos, Nigeria. Though my background is computer engineering, but towards the end of last year, 2021, I strongly felt the need to enroll for a data science course, having heard and read about how data has become the new currency in this modern world. As an internet survey, I jumped on search engines and I got about 6 to 7 training organizations. And after proper scrutinization, I concluded to be trained by Analytics Data and Strategy Academy with the cohort 4. The training program was set to meet the needs of those that are not used to coding or programming. And the unique thing about analytics is making sure that data is understandable by,
my name is Prophet Charles Hussein.
From different people, from different cohorts. So they're all on our
My name is Shogun Moru.
You can view them out, check them out.
I got to find out about Analytics from Facebook. They actually did an ads as regarding a full stack data science masterclass. So I joined the masterclass and I saw the way the facilitator to the program, the opportunity, what I'm to gain and all that, and it actually interests me, and also they partner with FinQuest to actually get a loan for those who cannot afford at that moment for the training. So I jumped on.
So, like I said, we have quite a number of testimonials. So you can actually just go to our YouTube page and check it out. So let me just show you some of the some of the projects you work on personally. So this is, Jeremiah, and these are all LinkedIn page. These are all LinkedIn, posts. All right. So you can see here, early this month, I decided to explore the world of data science via analytics, full stack data science programs, acquire some tech skills, data, and the rest of it. So this is a real life project that was given to Jeremiah, okay, part of the team. It was actually work, but they came up with this particular analytics. Now, bear in mind that these people don't have any experience. They don't have any experience before joining these classes, okay? These guys are currently BSc geology, all right? And now he's talking data science, he's talking predictive analytics, he's talking MEE, which is mean absolute error. He's talking MAD, he's talking moving average, he's talking all these things. Bear in mind that these people don't have any background in computer science. They don't have any background in statistics. And they're coming up with these wonderful visualizations, these wonderful charts. Interpretation is very, very important. So these are the things that you'll be looking at. These are the things that you'll be working on. Do you understand? These are the things you'll be working on. Okay. So let me show you another person. Okay. And this is also Read One. I think Read One is in Germany or thereabouts. Okay. And my recent journey as a full stack data science. So I am surfing the internet on Instagram and I came across a masterclass with data analytics and decided to enroll just the same way you enroll. Okay. So you share your own experience. All right. My first project from the training session with analytics was to use 5 distinct methods of forecasting to predict, population, Nigeria population. So we all know that Nigeria, everybody is forecasting Nigeria population because they all presume that the economy, Nigeria economy is going to be like the next emerging market and stuff, the next place, everybody is going to be the next China, of the next decade or thereabout. So everybody's doing a lot of forecast in terms of what will Nigeria's population be in the next 30 years. So these are the kind of the projects you're going to be working on, real life projects. This person is, let me see the project for this. Okay, this is Nigeria's GDP. So you can see here, to work on Nigeria's GDP. So you see it here, let me see it here. I was tasked with performing predictive analytics to determine the fate of Nigeria's gross domestic product. These are actual data, and these are real data gotten from original sources. And you're working on it real time to build your own predictive analytics model. All right. So bear in mind, these people don't have any computer science degree. See, this is Cynthia, wonderful Cynthia. Okay. Okay. I've always been a tech enthusiast, even though I put in different courses, my first degree in data science. Okay. They stumbled it up. Everybody stumbled upon analytics just the same way you stumbled upon it. Do you understand? And see the stuff they are doing in Tableau. All right. These visualizations were done in Tableau. All right. And you also see this is Ubong, okay? Ubong also, you can see all this done by them. Total COVID cases in Nigeria, 180 days forecast to see this was at the peak of COVID-19, all right? Doing forecasts, building models to forecast COVID-19 and stuff like that. So you have so much and so on, all right? This is also Teresa, okay? Tesofili, okay? So exploration data analysis in the type to study to seek out broad trends of the data. This pattern includes anomalies and potentially. So you see that these are people that don't have any experience. They started, and you can always click on the link to view the post, to view those posts. Okay. All right. So essentially that's it. Nothing. There are quite a number of testimonial videos. These are our, the certification. See the kind of dashboard you're going to be building at the end of the program. So, and even people have written articles, okay? So you see Michael Adikpoju, okay? You can see the journey to becoming a data scientist and analyst with analytics and Ifemena April started with my review of the importance of fundamental statistical concepts. Like I said, these people did not start with a background. They don't have any background. All the people that tell you, oh, you need statistics, yes, you need it, but we're going to cover it. We're going to teach you. All the things you need to know, we are going to teach you. All right. So you can see Oreolua writing about regression analysis. Yeah, I just started my journey into the field of data science with Ifemena analytics group. Super excited to learn value and derive. She's talking about regression analysis. All right. So Dick is talking about histogram. And these are, we have so many articles. If I put all the articles in this page, you'll probably be overwhelmed with the number of articles that we have written over time. Do you understand? So the program is absolutely detailed to ensure that regardless of wherever you're coming from, regardless of wherever you're coming from, wherever you find yourself, you are going to get the best. That's what we have designed. Okay, that's the way the training is designed. Okay, so I don't know if you have any question. Okay, if you have any question, I think I'll take a few questions before we call it a day. All right, I'll take a few questions. Any question? Anybody? Any question? Can you guys hear me well? So, all right, it seems like nobody has questions. So I would just share something real quick, and I'll share one of the classes with you. So like I said, we have the classes, you have lifetime access to the materials, to all the materials on the program. You have full-time, lifetime access. So you can see we have over 40 people on this particular session. This is cohort 9. All right, this is the cohort 9, full stack data science cohort 9. And we have over 41 people on the call in this particular training. So you can see they started with what we call the skills assessment. So this is basically to showcase your level of skills, what you understand, what you don't understand. So it is better for us, all right? So we know how to tailor the program to suit you. So it's tailor-made, custom fits, slim fits, any how you want to call it. So we get that's why everybody feels like every day is a one-on-one session. Everybody feels along. And if you notice, the majority of the people said that because you're not left by the side of the road. All right. So you see all the videos, recording link. So if you click on the link, this is the first statistics class, and you just have a look at it. Let's just have a look at it to see what they did in class on the first day. Okay. And it's recorded.
You want to get,
even if you are not available for that day, you get the recording, and you can just go through the recording. You can see it's 3 hours, and it's weekend training programs, Saturdays and Sunday.
or not to give you that loan. All right. Classifications. Many of us use, of course, we have email addresses, whether it's Yahoo, whether it's Gmail.
So you see, it is real life case studies, things that you can resonate with, things you can actually think about and you can remember. That's basically what makes the training program, very unique. So let's just take a look at any other class. They did a presentation. Okay, you see group projects. All right, group project forecasting and predictive analytics. Let's see what they did. All right, there's a presentation they did yesterday. Okay, see the presentation here. All right, Zoom recording, and let's see how they were presenting. You see the work that they did. This was just, this was on Friday. That was yesterday actually. Okay, and let's have a look at what they are doing.
Naive approach and the exponential smoothing of 20% damping factor are like the best forecast technique for
group 3.
Hi everyone. Naive approach of was a historical data set that was sourced from the National Bureau of Statistics Consumer Price Index, which measured the end of the year inflation rates in Nigeria. That was data that we were given. Inflation rate in Nigeria from Nigeria independence, and so and to get the accuracy, we had to use 100.
So to be honest, yeah, don't worry, you'll be handheld all through the session, so ensure that you get the best from the training program. So to be like, when you look at the course, this is the tableau class, and you see CV review. So we have a CV review session whereby they teach you the fundamentals of how to, like I said, employability is another key area for it. So we've had several sessions. Okay, let me check. This is the full stack data science cohort 8. Let me show you and you see this one, we have over 30 people. We have 30 people in class for this. So getting the numbers of 20 people for the first start is, so try and key in so you don't get to pay 150,000 naira. Instead of paying 150, pay 100,000 naira. So you see, it's all these materials are there, arranged. And these are the watch me do videos. Somebody mentioned the fact that you get extra videos for you to practice on. So even though you finish the classes, these are the classes. You can see the class recording. You still get extra videos to help you practice more. You still get extra videos that help you practice more. So this training program is not going to leave you hanging. All right. Let's take a look at one of the videos. Watch me do videos. All right. So let me just look at variance and standard deviation. So these are words that you've heard in the past, okay? But you don't know what it means. You don't know how to calculate it. You don't know how we come about it. So you get real life. All right, guys. So now we're going to be talking about drag it down, and it replicates. Now, and so anyways, there's so much to say, to be honest, yeah? There's so much to say, but I'll tell you that you are in the right place. You are in the right place to get started in your data science career. All right. So Toasted, let me take a question, maybe one or two other questions, and I'll call it a day. So sorry, I know we said 3 hours, all right? And I don't know where people saw 2 hours, okay? I'm surprised people saw 2 hours. So sorry about that if you felt it was for 2 hours. Tosin, yeah, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Tosin Allah.
Hello, good evening.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the session. I just wanted to ask, I don't have any programming background knowledge on Python, and I just wanted to ask because I saw the way you went about the class on the Python class. Is the Python class for this training just going to cover the aspect of data science, or is going to cover object-oriented language and several other aspects of Python? Or is it only the area that it applies to data science that you are going to cover in the training? And then also, I noticed the chart that you showed us. I never saw anything about deep learning or artificial intelligence in the chart you showed us on everything. I don't know if those parts are also covered in the training. Thank you. That's my question.
Amazing question. Very wonderful. So first of all, just in progression of the question, I'm going to take you step by step. Okay. So the program is going to teach you Python for data science. So Python is like, it's like a spoon. You can use it to eat rice. You can use it to eat beans, eat it, Gary. You can use it for so many things. It's open source. Okay. So you can use it for any form of, project really. But we're going to use it, tailor it specifically for data science. So it's only going to be for data science. Now, the area of, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and all this, obviously in 2 months, anybody that tells you you'll be able to do all that in 2 months is impossible. So what we're going to focus on is the data science, not the artificial intelligence. And I'm going to be bridging projects, and I'm going to show you one. This is one of our students, okay? Coyote, okay, you see, here is my, okay, Coyote, this is what, I'll look for that particular project, I posted it online, and I'll try and get it across to you. I'll try and showcase it with you guys shortly. But you'll be building projects, real-time projects. Artificial intelligence and all these are basically machine learning, okay, that they've built and they're deploying it within an environment, okay? So you'll be able to build all these projects. You'll be able to do machine learning, supervised, unsupervised machine learning, all right? So those are the key areas we're going to, cover for the data science program, all right? Thanks a lot for that. Thanks a lot for that question. Hawkins in Chem. Yeah, let me take a question quickly, please. Hawkins, do you want to mute yourself or mute yourself and ask your question? Okay,
yes,
yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfectly,
okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I first of all thank you so much for this program, and so far I've really learned a lot, even though I don't have any IT background, but I feel it's something I can do because I have interest in it. So my question is this: data science between my question is the generator, so it's not specific to this. This is just a general question. I just want to know between data science and data analytics, which if one is to take a particular course, if one out of which is preferable and which is more profitable. Thank you.
Sorry, I can't hear you well. Your voice is molded up. Like I couldn't get to hear you well.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello.
Okay. Just ask your question. That's fine.
Okay, so let me. I think it's my earpiece. Let me take the earpiece out.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. This is way better.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear me now.
Perfectly. I can hear you. You sound
Okay.
better now.
Okay, so I wanted to know, between data science and data analytics. I wanted to know which is more preferable, because right now I'm kind of confused on which to choose, even though I find both interesting.
So since it's something, you're in the field, it's your field, I would like an advice, or should I say, your opinion about which is preferable for one who is, just going into tech without a tech background, and also with respect to job opportunities out there.
Yeah, I think to a very large extent, you can use any one of them. You can go with any one of them. So data science is a bit more specialized, it's a bit more tailor-made, all right? So with the full stack data science program, like I said, you can act as both a data analyst and a data scientist. That's why they called it the full stack data science program, all right? Now, with data analytics, you're not necessarily learning Python. You're not learning Python for any form of analysis, visualization, or whatever the case might be, or machine learning, or building, technical projects like that. It's going to be majorly heavy on, visualization and insights generation. So with the data science program, I will tell you for a fact that you'll be learning a bit more, slightly, you'll be learning a bit more than what you learn from the regular data analytics training program. All right, so it boils down to choice. To be honest, it boils down to what you actually want, okay? And that's basically what I would say. It's a bit more technical, yeah, in terms of the projects you build. I wanted to show you a project. So this is a project that was built by one of our students. So you can see analytics post detection, all right? Computer vision project on post detection, thanks to amiable facility instructor, Femena April, for the assistant. So you can see this is the post detection, all right? Detecting a full post, all right? You can see him, detecting his hand, his body, his face, his eyes, and you can see as he is moving, the stuff is detecting him real time. This is not recorded video. This is working real time. I don't know if he's fighting Chinese. I don't know if he's doing Kung Fu, but a lot of your day is actually just, playing alongside with the project that he worked on. And you see the thing is working for real time. It's trying to stop it from working. So this is hand detection also. So these are the kind of projects you'll be building. And like I said, this is going to be the last program for the year. This is going to be the last program for the year. This is facial detection, real time, detecting his face, detecting his eyes, and you see it is working real time. So these are the kind of projects you're going to build, okay? These are the projects you are going to build when you attend the training program. And like I said, this is going to be the last one for the year, all right? So if you want to start your career next year, fire on as a data scientist in any industry you find yourself, this is the best time for you to get started. If you want to get a new job, a new career next year, 2023, you don't start 2023 on the dot. You start, in October, on the October 8th of October. So that's when we're going to be starting the program. So please, if you want to register, register as soon as possible. Caleb, I'm going to take a last question and we're going to call it a day. So I've gone through so many things to show you what you learned during the training program, all right? And I want to tell you for a fact that there's quite a number of positive feedback that we've gotten, and we have improved so much on our delivery to ensure that whatever you pay for, you get the optimum best from it, all right? So real life case studies, real life project, 6 high-end projects is going to add to your portfolio upon completion. Caleb, let me take a question, then I'll call it today.
Good evening, Mr. Femena. Good evening, everyone.
Boss. Yes.
Yeah, I just want to ask a great question. Yeah, I'm not really good with statistics. I don't know because I don't know anything about statistics, but I really want to take up this program. So I don't know if I can catch up. I'm not too good with essay, so I'm just asking for someone to hear about all this.
That's what we got. We have it covered. So like I said, the people that started with you, people that started also, these guys don't have any degree, don't have any statistical background. This is what? BSc in geology. So I think geology should be the study of earth, stones, and stuff like that, or how the, geology, I guess that's what it means, geography, and, So this guy doesn't know anything about programming, data science, or whatever the case may be, right? But he's the one building this project. He's the one that builds this project, that is writing all these numbers and give interpretation and all this, all right? Okay, Ridwan is a mathematician, so you might know some mathematical concepts, statistical concepts and stuff. But this is an enthusiast. You can check out their profile and you see that majority of them are, they are all enthusiasts, okay? they're all like, they're just getting started. So this Ubong was working in oil and gas as an accountant. I know Ubong personally, so that's what I'm talking about Ubong. Afolabi is working in FMCG, okay? He works in FMCG. Idris is in view, okay? So you see all these people here, they don't have any background, okay? Business operations analyst, all right? I see all these people, all right? You don't necessarily need the background, all right? You don't necessarily need the background to get started. It's just, do you have the interest? Do you want to do it? We are going to work with you to ensure that you get it done. Just have the interest, that's all you need, all right? We're going to work with you to get it done, all right? So thank you guys. Let me just expatiate on, the training delivery. It's going to be on the weekends, okay? It's going to be on the weekends, okay? So it's not going to affect your Mondays to Fridays. We understand that you are all working professionals. You're all working professionals. So it's going to be on the weekends between Saturdays and Sunday. It's going to be Saturdays and Sunday between the time of 11 a.m. in the morning on Saturday to 2 p.m. Okay? And on Sunday between 2 p.m. okay, to 5 p.m. All right? So it's the timing that you can actually work with. It's a timing you can work with if you want to work. And please don't forget, if you're looking at your cash strapped at the moment, please reach out to FinQuest. FinQuest, you can pay in 4 installments, 20,000 naira every month, all right, to get the skills that you need to start a new year. It's not too much. Do you understand? So please, I made payment with the name of USD. All right. So, anyways, I've done too much. I've said a lot, all right, in terms of the training, in terms of the benefits. We have so much in stock for you. So I want to thank you guys so much. Okay. Before we go, I would like to see you guys. Okay. I would like to see you guys. Okay. So I want to see your faces before we call it a day. We are done. I just want to see the fresh people. I want to see the amazing people that are with me at the moment. Hawkins and Cam, big boy, my guy. John, yes, my guy. Yes. All right, they are Eddie. Oh, they're Eddie. It's good to see you. Amiga, Ken, Michael. I want to see more people. How come it's only the guys? I want to see girls. Yeah. Yeah, my guy. Ejiga. Innocent. It's all good, guys. It's all good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. So anyways, we have so much in stock with you. Hey, Adeza, that's my guy. That's the co-founder. Okay, we are together, founder of Analytics, Adeza. So we're here together and we're going to work with you. Okay, no doubt about that. Okay, we have the experience, we have the skill set. Adeza, if you want to just say something, just give them your smile. Let them be happy with you.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. I've been watching, the session myself. Fantastic interactions. Again, like Ifemena said, it's been a fantastic class. If you want to get into tech, you want to get started as a data scientist, the best time to start was probably yesterday, but the next best time to start is today. All right. So take advantage of the discounts. The discounts would not be left open in perpetuity. It would close very soon. We've had, I think, close to 15 or 16 people that have made payments so far. So even the first 20 is almost gone. But from experience, we'll see that we are likely going to extend that discount to accommodate more people, to get into the program. So if you want to get started, take advantage, get started. If you really can't join by making the payment yourself directly, take advantage of the FinQuest payments. The payment plan, they give you 4 months to make the payment, and then you can still take advantage of joining an amazing session. Okay, thank you very much, guys, and have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy yourself. Have a restful weekend, and we look forward to seeing as many of you joining the program, getting started on the 8th of October, 2022. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful weekend ahead.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you, Adeza, for such inspiring words. Thank you guys, and have a great weekend. Looking forward to seeing every single one of you. Kako, Hawkins, Evelyn, Odutong, Ken, Chichi, everybody. I think Chichi said she made payment already, so I think I saw that. Denise, the same thing. I saw you. But don't worry, we're going to be working together 100%. Okay, and we're going to achieve so much more. Okay, thank you guys so much, and see you in the main class. All right, bye guys. Thank you.